Welcome back to Tabletop Titans for another epic game of Warhammer 40k, 9th edition. We've got a first on the channel here. We've got an all Ravenwing army. Really excited for this. Literally not a single model without the Ravenwing keyword. I hope that that's not wrong.
Right.
And that someone finds one thing.
Actually.
I put like a servitor in there or something. No, it's an all Ravenwing army, and it's like downright good.
It's so cool.
It used to be you would play Ravenwing for style, and then you would lose turn 2.
Right.
Because bikes were kind of pricey and super fragile. But with the 3 wounds, with the invulnerable saves on the Jink that they get, it's actually totally playable and really well-rounded. So excited to have them here. We've got another fast army with the Craftworld Eldar.
That's right.
And this is a new list too.
This is a totally new list. I promised I was going to try some different things, and luckily the new Forgeworld book makes that super easy.
That's right.
Got to dust off a couple of my old units.
We got three Forgeworld units in here, and one of them used to be like a 450-point tank, but now it's like mega cheap, actually.
It's really stylish.
It got cheaper and better?
Cheaper and better. It got cheaper.
That's how you know it was bad.
All its profile from
That's how you know it was bad before.
It was so terrible. I haven't played it for literally years. Yeah. So I cannot wait to get that on the table.
Well, let's get to it then. Why don't we jump ahead and take a look at the lists for today. So for my Ravenwing, I have a single Outrider detachment, as is appropriate.
Of course.
I do have a captain on bike. I've upgraded him to Chapter Master. And I've gone and had a little fun here today. I've decided to give him a Power Sword and Storm Shield. Cool. And I've given him the Burning Blade and the Imperium Sword.
Oh, no.
So it's like he's all sorted out.
Yeah, seriously.
He's all swords all day. And if you don't know, this makes him Strength 8, -5, 2 damage.
Oh,
and he also has a solid like 6 attacks on the charge, and he rerolls charges. So he actually can do work.
Absolutely.
Even though he doesn't have the rerolls. I made him a Chapter Master, of course, so he's going to give out some of those sweet, sweet rerolls. I actually had points to burn. I wouldn't have made him Chapter Master.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because I don't think I really needed it, but whatever. I've also got a Talon Master, because why wouldn't you? They're pretty pricey now, 160 points for a Talon Master, but that's okay. I've given him the Corvus Oculus. This is a relic specifically for the Ravenwing. Okay. 6-inch range to all his weapons, and +1 to hit. So he goes down to, he's already actually at Ballistic Skill 2, so it means he'll even ignore the minuses to hit. So you even have things with minuses to hit.
Yeah.
So it even might matter, but the 6-inch range is tasty. Of course, he's still giving out a 6-inch aura. He's still a lieutenant, 6-inch aura reroll once to him.
Of course.
His cover aura, he used to, everyone within 6 inches would ignore cover. Now I have to pick one unit and it doesn't get
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I also have the real leader, the Ravenwing Apothecary. Upgraded him to a selfless healer. So he's a chief apothecary, selfless healer, of course. And something I've never put on the table, a Ravenwing Ancient. This is a banner on a bike. It's probably a lot to hold, you know, the wind whip.
Yeah. Should he be driving when he's that old and with the banner? I don't know.
It's probably not. But I've upgraded him to a Chapter Ancient. So that allows me to pick a unit and it gets +1 to hit. And then I've given him the Warlord trait Steadfast example. It's a 6-inch aura of core, gets OPSEC. Yeah. So I have no OPSEC in my army, but all of a sudden everything's OPSEC. Right. Because Space Marines.
So good.
And of course, he still gives the 6-inch aura +1 leadership and the fight on death. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4 auras from this one guy. Oh, he's practically what is the Psyker from the Harlequins, the Shadow?
Oh yeah,
whatever. It's like 5 Shadow Seer. It's like 5 auras. That's basically this guy. I have 2 units of 5 Ravenwing Black Knights, and what's interesting about this is if you have a unit of Black Knights in your detachment, then the Apothecary and the Banner don't take up slots.
Right.
So I can have 2 units of Ravenwing Black Knights, and still have 2 more elite slots to use up, which is how I fit this all in.
Yeah.
So
that's an Outrider.
It's an Outrider, which only has 2 slots. So I'm actually using that. I was actually desperate. I was like, I have to make another detachment. I was so sad because it was already costing a lot of CP. Right. And then I was just skimming through the rules, and it was like, what's this? Free? And I was like, yeah. And I was so happy. I didn't do it intentionally at all. I was just like, I need 2 extra slots. I was like, do I drop one and then take an auxiliary support? And I was like humming and hawing.
If only there was a way.
Yeah, if only there was a way. And then the book just had a special roll exactly for what I needed. I was so happy. I have 2 units of 3 bikers with 1 attack bike. Multi-Melta on the attack bike, chain swords on everyone else. Cool. And then I have 1 unit with 4 just because points. And then I have 3 solo attack bikes with heavy bolters just because they're great MSU
They're really good
units. 4 wounds, 45 points with a heavy bolter.
Yeah.
It's great.
Wow.
And then I have not 1, but 2 Ravenwing Dark Talons pretty pricey. They cost way too much, I think.
Yeah.
They're 210 points, which is like the price of your Lynx.
Yeah, just about.
And they're not a Lynx.
Wow, but look at all those look at all those bolters.
Yes, they do have a famous number of hurricane bolters. And the Rift Cannon is kind of rad. It's D3 shots now, and if it wounds you, it's strength 12. If it wounds you, it's just D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
scary.
I might even double check it. Is it 3 mortal wounds or D3? It's
I think it can go to 3 if you roll high or something. It's something. It's
yes, if you roll 5 or 6.
No, it's flat 3.
That is 3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, no, it's flat 3. So if I just wound you, it's flat 3. Oh. So the dude can do 9 mortal wounds, plus he can bomb you for an extra few. So I'm into it.
It's so insane.
So that's what you're paying a ton for mortal wound potential.
Sure.
But his true output is low. Like at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. When you say like mortal wound output potential, like the potential is pretty decent.
It's very
respectable. It's obviously, well, it will be 9 this game.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't expect 9. But you can still expect a healthy 4 mortal wounds out of this thing, 5 mortal wounds a turn.
Sure. It's multiples of 3, so it's either 3 or 6 basically.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's true.
And I think you'd be surprised how often it's going to be 3.
Yeah.
Between hitting and wounding.
Right.
I think 3 is probably the average.
And you have no rerolls now.
That's
you can't,
right.
fly back past your Talon Master.
That's right. No, you can't because it doesn't have core.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting army. It's got a lot of personality. It's got the right look to it. You know, it's just the right amount of bikes, units, and I'm really into it.
It's so stylish, and I think it's actually it's a good army too.
Yeah. So that's one of the things 9th edition has done right is that armies like this can actually play now.
Yeah.
And especially now with the Space Marines having the ability to make get core into OPSEC.
Right.
It's really helpful. One of the things though. Because I don't have any infantry, the secondary objectives are really tough.
That's right. Yeah, you're having a tough time.
So I had to struggle, and I picked a secondary that isn't my favorite, but hey, it might still work out.
You could do no shadow operations.
That's right.
Not sneaky on your bike.
Yeah, no shadow operations, and of course, I can't do Warpcraft because I just don't have Psyker, really. Although you'll see, I did take Warpcraft because that was the only thing I
one of the best secondaries in the game.
Yeah, that's right. All right, well, that's me today. Why don't you talk about your army?
Well, let's take a look. So I'm back with my Craftworld again. This time running a slightly different variation of my custom Craftworld. Expert crafters, as always, too good to say no to.
Until they take you out of the game.
I'm gonna play it until I can't play it anymore.
You're gonna ride to the ground.
That's right. So that's the reroll 1 hit and wound roll every time I shoot or fight with one of my units. I'm also taking Hail of Doom, which I like, and this is the -1 rend for shurikens when we're within 12.
Love it.
I just realized, Bridger, we were talking about the shurikens beforehand, and I forgot to mention. I have rend on my shurikens natively, so there you go. So that is my custom Craftworld trait. Let's talk about it. So I have, of course, all 3 of my HQ slots are filled out. Farseer on Skyrunner, with Doom, with Fortune, the classics.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
And then swapping Smite for the Focused Will, of course, +2 to cast. Got that. I've got a Warlock on bike. This one is going to be a Quicken/Restrain bike, moving around quick to double move people. Just a classic. He's not my Warlord this time.
Okay.
Because I think strategically he should be. Okay. Because that normally is my reroll one of my failed casts.
Right.
Which, but I wanted to do something different. My 3rd HQ is a Autarch on bike.
Oh, I love the Autarch.
So super fun. And if it is my Warlock.
Are we going to have a bike boss duel?
Heck yeah. She's actually, when I say beat stick, it's not the same as your beat stick, but she is a beat stick in theory. So she has the Warlord trait for the extra wounds. She has a 6-up Feel No Pain. She's taking the Laser Lance, the extra strength, and the -4 flat 2 damage attacks.
Okay.
And she's
no -5.
I know, right? I mean,
Maybe she needs to light it on fire. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So she's a bit of a warrior, and she gives, of course, reroll 1s for for everything in my army.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. And then, of course, the reason I've made her my Warlord is because that gives me CP refunding on 6s.
That's right.
And this is just an Autarch ability if they're your Warlord. So, again, wanted to try something a bit different.
Yep.
So I've got that. And we'll get to it later on, but you're noticing I'm missing a Warlock. I replaced my 2nd Warlock with something later on in this list.
Something fancier.
That's right. So for troops, I've got 4 units of 4 troop units. I have 3x5 Avengers, classic, and we love them.
Yeah.
Even better with Hail of Doom.
Yeah.
This game, I am running them with the 4+ Invuln Exarch ability rather than the exploding 6s.
And that's just the Exarch gets it, or the whole unit?
He grants it to the whole.
That's excellent.
Well, no, he has it, but you tank it on him. I bet.
Okay. So when he dies first, the unit loses him.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember now.
Yeah. So that is that, and then I have a 19-man Guardian squad. Yes, not 20.
Ooh.
You get those points. Just for bodies.
Man, do I have any blast weapons?
I know, right?
I don't think
so. So that's my troops. Fast attack, I used up all my slots, 2 Swooping Hawks, with the +1 to their grenade abilities to do mortal wounds. I love jump infantry.
Yeah.
They're in here, and they're normally not in here only because I like Shining Spears more. So I made room for them and took all my shiny spears and put them back into one unit.
Nice.
We're playing the classic 9-man blob, upgraded laser lance, and I'm also trying withdraw today. So this is the after I fight. Actually, at the end of a combat phase, I can actually move 4 inches away and disengage, which is really good when it's the bottom of Brian's turn.
So tell me that's after you fight, so you can fight then withdraw?
No, that
or
would
it's
be
the end of the
amazing.
Yeah.
It is at the end of the combat phase.
Okay.
So I've had it happen a few times.
Now,
playing
do you
against
get
Marines.
do you get your fly ability when you do this?
No, I do not.
Okay. So if you're surrounded, you can't do it.
I don't think I do, because that's just movement phase.
That's right.
So yeah, you can surround them, still get out of it, but there's been more times than not that I've actually been like, I wish I had this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try that out.
Because they're better on the charge. You really want that hit and run with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Without having to spend the CP.
That's right.
So we've got that, and then heavy support slots are all filled out. I have the one you were just mentioning. The Lynx has dropped by about 200 points.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
How many points is it now?
It's
Did you say?
220 base.
Whoa. So it's only 10. It's only 10 more than a Dark Talon.
Yeah, and it's only 20 more than a Crimson Hunter.
Whoa.
Which the stats are all maxed out on it now. It's flat 6 shots for flat 3 damage. All of those were random before.
And it's a bunch of range? What's the range?
It has a bunch of range.
Okay.
And it has an invul now. So excited to see that on the field.
And it advances and shoots now.
Well, so that's another thing I want to mention is Crystal Targeting Matrix, right? In Craftworld book, it is a 5-point upgrade for a vehicle that if you shoot your heavy weapons at the closest enemy unit, you ignore the penalty for heavy weapons. And in 9th edition, that's not a thing. We already ignore that.
That's right.
So they've changed it so that when you advance, your heavy weapons become assault. Well, thanks to Battle's focus, we also ignore the minuses to assault. There's another 10-point upgrade, Vectored Engines, that says whenever you advance with this unit, you're -1 to be hit.
Yeah.
So for 15 points, I decided to say that my Lynx would always be -1 to be shot at.
I love it.
Essentially, forever.
It's fantastic.
So I'm digging it.
And it's fast on the advance?
It's very fast. It used to be able to turn into an aircraft for the turn, right? So we'll look it up when we get closer to it, but it moves very, very fast.
I love it.
My next heavy support is Warp Hunter. Not as
People
sold.
love the Warp Hunter,
They love
but
him.
you don't love it.
He used to be such a beast. At the end of the day, he's still like 3 shots at D6 or D6 shots at D6.
But one of them is a flamer and one of them is indirect.
The flat 3 is auto hitting.
Yeah.
And then the D6 is indirect.
So both good.
He's good.
But he's pricey.
He's really expensive, and he's the whole of not even a Wave Serpent, but more like a Falcon or a Fire Prism.
How many points?
I'll have to look it up, but it's really not that far from the Falcon, to be honest, or the Lynx, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Lynx is so cheap.
Yeah.
Like the Lynx feels like it's almost like 60 points too cheap or more. Actually, yeah, I would go down a limb and say it's almost 60 points too cheap. But the Warp Hunter, if you on the right board, it could be evil. Like if your opponent's army just can't get around to it, and it's perfectly safe, that's really strong.
And the cool thing is, like, it is a 12-inch. This was always a 12-inch flamer, but it still is, which means you can deep strike in, cloud strike in, and just boom, get those 3 D6 shots just hitting automatically. So it's cool. And then lastly, of course, my final Warlock in disguise is the Wraithseer. Now move to the heavy support slot. He's taking Protect Jinx, and he has an Eldari missile launcher for that sweet expert hunters.
But he's not a character anymore.
He's not a character anymore, so he's not my warlord. He can't snipe you.
That's right.
No more relics. Overall, I'm not super happy about the change, but I decided to take advantage of the fact that I don't have to have all these warlocks anymore.
Yeah, because now he gets the warlock powers. Before there was like 3 powers in the book, and they were not great.
They were yeah, exactly.
And so now you can even swap out for the runes. Can you take the special powers?
Yeah, so you can, anyone that can take the Runes of Battle can swap out for those other ones.
Yeah.
And it means Ynnari, as sad as we are to be losing the relics on them, it means you can actually take the Ynnari powers. Because those also specifically replace Runes of Battle, whatever. So
it's a lateral move.
It's a lateral move.
He's more useful as a Psyker, less useful as like a jank.
Yeah, he's not going to be like the -1 damage beefcake he was in Ynnari anymore. Or Sniper, which your Tau loved before.
That was cute.
Yeah. Well, that's me.
These are strange lists.
Yeah, totally.
Fundamentally, they're both lists. This is a list very unlike what you would play.
Yep.
So
exactly.
You don't feel at home because normally you don't. You love to have. You probably want a list a little more like mine.
Yeah, I do.
But even without the planes, probably.
Yeah, no.
Where you just have nothing valuable.
Yep.
Everything's fast, throw away.
Just a bunch of tools.
It's all utility.
Exactly.
That's an Adrian list. And you're playing with like a bunch of hammers here.
Yeah, and a bunch of big toys.
You almost have like 4 or 5 hammers
yeah.
in this army, and that's not the way you normally play.
I'm really trying to share something different because as I mentioned to you guys in a few shows ago, is like we have things that we like to play, There's also a lot more in the game that's interesting. So I'm like, let's do this. It was a perfect opportunity with these new toys, these new hammers.
Yeah.
So having said that, if you guys are watching the battlefield right now, I've reserved all 3 of my vehicles.
He was so
They're all in
scared.
Cloud Strike.
He was so scared that I would kill any one of them.
Yeah.
And the problem is, once he hides one, he needs to hide them all because I'll just kill whichever one stays on the board.
Exactly.
And he just cannot stand losing a single model. Every one of them is precious to him.
It hurts me so deeply, man.
One.
This is why I stopped playing Morty for a while. It was just too emotional for me.
Actually, if you've been paying attention, he's been winning the role to go first.
I know.
In like every single game.
Today it's coming though.
And so he could feel like his luck has run out, and he just didn't want to lose his Lynx turn 1 or something like that. And I would have iced it.
Oh, you would have gone straight forward, even if it was the wrong call. Just like, all right,
I would have beeline for it just to stick it to you. All right, so Bridget, why don't you take us through the mission today?
One quick thing before we move on.
Sure.
Most vehicles don't have battle focus, so you should check if the Lynx does.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
And the thing where you fall back out of combat, it counts as a fallback move, so you do have fly.
Oh, okay, cool.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Excellent.
Nice.
I appreciate it.
All right, today we're playing GT Mission 31. This is Overrun. It's classic, 6 objectives. You want to point those out?
Yeah, there's 3 on this side.
Almost all hidden.
2 very buried.
Oh, yeah.
3 over here. 1 over here, 2 very buried, and a 3rd over in the corner.
Excellent. And this is a hold 2, hold 3.
Hold 2, hold 3.
With no special rules.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while. It has one of the worst secondary objectives. Yeah. Basically, you have to hold at least 2 of your opponent's objectives. The truth is, it's more like 3.
Yeah.
At the start of your turn. Which means somehow you have to have tabled your opponent and yet still care about getting points.
That's right. So, like, what were they? Anyway.
It's one of the worst.
Now, while we're here, can we put objectives? Because they're almost all hidden.
Okay, yeah. You want to reach underneath? We'll put them up on the top.
On top of our models.
Well, no,
so
I mean, like the crates. Yeah, the crates are really
over
hiding.
here.
Yeah, at the angle, that's about appropriate. Where it is
and
almost.
then one more on, right there. Perfect. Excellent.
We did it.
And you want to talk about terrain at all?
Yeah, so we've got a lot of ruins here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 obscuring ruins. These are all breachable and standard ruins, nothing special there. Yep. And they're actually pretty tall, so that's great. We've got a handful of crates just providing small little cover for small units, so some crates around here. And we were careful to try and cut down on line of sight, so from anywhere you can't see anywhere. We do have this gangway in the middle. This is not obscuring, but instead we'll just give this, what do you want to give this? We didn't actually talk about this.
No, we didn't. What do you feel like?
I was actually just assuming it would be light cover. I didn't really put any thought into it. Sure. But yeah, that's fine. And that's it. That's all we've got.
Cool deal.
All right, let's take it right into the secondaries. Adrian today has taken the Adrian special. That is engage, scramblers, and a twist. Grind them down, huh?
This is where I held back just a bit. I was going to put another Crimson Hunter Exarch, and I was like, nah, I want to play this game. Pull that out for a few utilities so I can engage. Scrambler, I have jump infantry, love it.
Scramblers is going to be extremely easy.
Extremely easy, yeah, exactly. So loving that. And then grind them down. Brian's gone for Mega MSU in his army. And it was between this and Assassinate, which I really don't want to have to dig his characters out. So
Assassinate is not good.
Yeah.
Because I don't really need my characters to come out to play.
They're all support characters.
And they're all support characters, and they're tough and I have healing.
Exactly.
So all of that's bad. The MSU component of my army, though, I would say, is truly limited to the 3 attack bikes. Because once you get one of my other bike squads, right? A unit with 3 bikes and an attack bike is still 9, 12, 13 wounds.
Sure, sure.
So 13 wounds, T5, 4 up invulnerable.
Yeah.
They're not that easy, but again, it was still your best option of the battle.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that Eldar are really good at, it's removal, right? So going after one squad, giving them -1 saves, giving them doom, things like that, and just removing that. And so if I can just be I'm not planning on getting like many more kills than you per turn.
Yeah.
But if I can control how many more by 1, that's what I'm going to be going for.
I totally understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and Brian has taken Engage on All Fronts, Oath of Moment, and Avoid the Witch.
Yeah, so I actually had a tough time. This army isn't really designed to play the mission in any meaningful way. I just put a Ravenwing army together. So I literally have made 0 choices that were mission specific, which almost always bites you. But anyways, Engage, that's at least one thing that incidentally works with this army pretty well. The one challenge is that my army, that's not a huge challenge. I want to engage. It's just, funny enough, I don't want to throw units away. They're all quite valuable.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. And then, especially now that you have kill more, I don't want to throw you easy kills either.
Right.
So the other one, Oath, Seal of Oath, or what is Oath of Moment? Sorry.
Oath of Moment.
Oath of Moment. Seal of Oath is the relic.
Yeah.
Oath of Moment is solid, and when you don't know what else to pick as a Space Marine, it's a good pick.
Yeah.
So I can get some points for that, no problem. And the last one is horrible. It's I have to kill all 3 of your Psychers, which again are mega support characters.
Yeah.
And not easy at all.
You'll get the Wraith Knight, Wraith Seer, almost for sure.
Yeah.
I think the Wraith Seer, yeah. I'll save the Wraith Seer till later probably, only because...
Yeah. Most accessible.
And it's not that much of a threat. It's the most accessible. I know it's a bit of a threat.
Say that now. His stick got way better now.
Yeah, better.
If you run him up with his stick, then I will kill him.
Yeah.
If you keep him safe, then he's not that much of a threat because he's just a missile launcher.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If you use him as a beat stick, you've given me 5 points.
No, I feel you.
And knowing Adrian, you won't do that. Adrian never gives points if he doesn't have to.
That sounds like a wise man.
If you don't if you don't need to give it to win the game, you will never give a point.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's what we've got.
Cool.
So really interesting game. So shall we roll off?
Dun, 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 dun.
I'll give you the white dice.
Oh, thank you. Appropriate.
The Wraith Seer's not a character anymore, so it only gives 3 points.
Oh,
yeah, good point.
So stupid.
Yeah.
That sucks. Makes this
baited you out.
Makes that choice even worse.
All right, you want to match or set?
You roll it first. I'm tired of you
I'll set
beating
it.
my respectable rolls. I just need to know if there's no chance right away.
Right? Oh no!
Okay.
What would you like, sir?
Can I even? Yeah. So
somebody clip that dance that Adrian did, because that was perfect.
That was a great little jig. So
man.
he knew he was going to lose this thing. So here's the thing. I actually don't really want first turn now because you've deep struck everything, which is so sad. So I have my planes. They can come in and put the hurt on real bad.
Sure.
But for what? Because they could do that next turn also. And they get to do it before you get to shoot them.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm afraid. You could double move your bikes.
Sure. Yep.
But if you double moved your bikes and attacked one of my flyers, you would lose them all. And not an Adrian move either. So I don't know.
It's a new Adrian.
I can redeploy, of course. I will just mention that.
No, I know all about the redeploy. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So I think definitely your bikes might come up in for a charge. That's cool, but that's where my Space Marines want to be.
Yeah.
So it's totally
crumping.
Fine. They want to be crumping.
Yeah. I feel
so because you have nothing on the board, I'm happy to give you first turn.
I think that is 100% the right call.
Yeah.
Never in a million years should you take this turn.
No.
Also, because you have Oath of Moment. I can't do much this first turn.
There's so much of an advantage.
There's so many reasons.
And because you have Kill More, you want bottom of turn for Kill More.
Sounds good.
So I finally win the roll off and don't even want it.
Yeah, but it matters because I wanted it so I could give it.
Because you would have given it to me so bad.
100%. Make you come out. It'll hurt.
He worked so. If you could see the top down, he worked so hard to be hidden in here.
Oh man,
this is like 1,000 points just cowering.
Strategic. And then I will mention. I talked about reserves. I of course have the 3 vehicles in Cloud Strike. Since I Cloud Struck, I cannot do any of the Webway Assault. I have my other unit of Swooping Hawks, just using their native Deep Strike.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's what is in reserve for me. You have nothing, right?
No.
You have nothing.
I spend so many CP on Warlord traits and relics. I have 3 relics and 3 Warlord traits. And because I had to pay for my detachment, it's a lot of CP. Thankfully, I will say, I have virtually no interesting strats.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter because none of these are Primaris or anything.
I have too many good options.
That's right.
You know what I did with my relic? I just burned it. I didn't even use it. There's literally nothing.
You have no relics in the
You don't have the
Oh no, I took the
Phoenix
gem. I took the gem. I don't like the gem. It's totally overrated.
Bad, but it's
funny.
funny.
It's a problem.
It's a meme.
So I put it on my Autark.
Okay, yeah.
So I can run in and be a bomb at some point.
Yeah.
But it's so bad. I see people putting on their warlocks. I'm like, you're gonna perils. It's gonna die. It's gonna double explode on everyone.
I love it.
What are you doing? Anyways,
that's fantastic.
Let's do this thing.
Let's take it in. Eldar turn 1. I'm excited for that.
All right. Well, we have some questions.
Ooh,
so let's get right into there.
Let's do it.
Cool. Thanks, Super Ready. Hey guys, if it wasn't obvious, Soup's from Discord here. It's time for the Make Bridger Pronounce Awkward Things segment.
Oh, one of our all-time favorites.
Excellent.
Here's a town in New Zealand for you.
Oh, nice.
Oh no.
Now you're gonna offend a whole town.
I did not practice this one.
Okay.
And it is so long. Thanks, Super Ready. Oh boy. Tauma Tawaka Tangjikanga Kowawatamateya Turipuki It's so long. I'm halfway
Just
through.
keeps going. You're halfway through.
You have to get deep breath. Then keep going.
Pukaka Piki Mau Nangaharu Nuku Poku Kai.
I think he's nailing it.
Yeah. Oh, there. That's what he's talking
That
about.
place.
Keep going. Keep going.
Wenwa Kitana Tahu. I did it.
Okay, yeah. That's
Yep,
great.
nailed it.
That's great, Bridger.
I wonder what the locals know it as.
That was incredibly long.
Where is this? New Zealand?
Yes, New Zealand.
Yeah.
What a fantastic
amazing.
town.
I love
I don't live in a town nearly that stylish.
If you send like a card there or a letter, do you have to write that out?
If you're a software programmer and you're building like fields for like cities and towns, you are not ready for that one.
No, yeah, I usually cap that field
definitely
to like 50 characters, and this is like 70 characters.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's great. What a way to open it up.
I love it.
All right, thanks, Victor. So, with the abilities to absorb
Very
wounds
quiet.
disappearing to instead give a better lookout, sir, what is your thought if that's the direction they take drones? So, this is in regards to all the bodyguard rules. They got swapped
Yeah.
to just better or old lookout, sir.
I have no idea what they do with drones, but I hope it's fundamentally changed. I don't think drones should work like bodyguards exactly, but I can't say as I have an answer on how they should work. I played so long with the way they work now, and I was attached to it. But it's also kind of what's wrong with the army. It holds it back in a meaningful way because as soon as drones exist, they're like almost the only viable strategy, and you don't want that to be the case. Like you don't want drones to outnumber your Tau models. You know what I mean? I've mentioned it a couple times, but in the Apocalypse game, you take drones as just like unit upgrades, and they give you So a shield drone gives the unit an invulnerable save. So you only take one, and it gives the unit an invulnerable save. It's like a piece of war gear. And I thought that was pretty cool. That would make people sad who own like 60 drones, and like now you only need 10 on the table. But
They could be ablative wounds. They can be like Oilers.
that's right.
And,
They're still
Sheriffs.
ablative wounds, but they're a
Not
buff.
what they were. Yeah.
But they're not like independent squads helping everybody,
right.
which I like.
Thanks, Simpsony. How would your hubby Primarch slide into your DMs after an extended crusade? And then there's a winky face and says, "At Adrian."
At Adrian.
This one's just for you.
Oh man.
I love it.
How would the G-Man?
G-Man would
slide
like
into
he
your
would
DMs?
try to be like kind of sly and like a little dirty, but he just can't because he's too like he's Gilliman. He's just too straight faced
he's
about
too
everything,
straight.
and it's like, but it's kind of cute in the same way because it's like so bad at it. I'm like, oh,
Oh, you.
Oh, you.
Gilliman.
That's what
Put
I.
that helm of censure on him.
How far? Because I think I
Oh,
dragged
no. Gilliman would
the
not.
helm
nope.
of censure.
Nope.
How far up is this supposed to be? I definitely bumped it.
Oh, I have no
I think
idea.
I dragged it when I moved my deployment.
I'll check mine and then I'll tell you.
Yeah, let me know.
I think it's 8.
8 forwards.
I don't think it's. I think it's.
Or
we'll
6.
see.
I have the book right here.
It could be.
It's 6.
16.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it
sounds
should be
good.
6.
Carry
Yeah.
on. Oh, it's not that moved that much.
Thanks, Mason. Space Elves versus Chaos should be interesting.
Oh,
you're a man after Bridger's heart.
that's right.
Nope. Nope. No.
No.
Not a man after my heart. Thanks, Dennis. You've said you need enough terrain to hide each army turn 1. As a player who runs Knights and Flyers, should I insist on using huge terrain to hide them, tired of losing big units to turn 1 shooting?
I see. This is an exception to what we say. So if you don't know, Flyers and Titanic, or not Titanic, but anything over 18 wounds, don't benefit from the obscuring rule. And so when we say you need to be able to hide your army turn 1, we are actually not referring to Flyers and to Titanic vehicles, or big vehicles or big characters. I think the whole point of bringing them is they are always at risk, and I think that's the case. Now, if you're a knight player and you are losing a bunch of knights turn 1, that is unfortunately the reality currently of the edition, because people are ready for vehicles, so they're kind of teching for them, you know?
Right.
And I think that you might, if you're playing in a tournament with your knights, you should expect that unfortunately that is just the reality.
Yeah.
If you're playing against your friends, just ask them to tone it down. Like maybe have them not bring 1,000 points of tank kill or something, you know? And then it'll be a much more interesting match. It's always a hard game to balance, though. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100% agree. 100.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Miko. Hey, Titans. Won't catch this live due to being in Australia. Good luck, Brian, with the Dark Angels. Can't wait to see this.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to be putting the Ravenwing on table. The Deathwing were a lot of fun to play. They were really, really strong. But it was actually a really close game in our last match.
Yeah.
So despite their power.
That was great.
But I think that I think the Ravenwing are still going to do the business.
I'm
See a bunch of them all
scared.
here.
Thanks again, Miko. Mortifactors are an Ultramarine successor, but they're not in the new Space Marine Codex, and some chapters have changed their founding chapters. For example, the Carcharodons are now unknown. Does this mean I can run Mortifactors as any successor? How strict are the rules in tournaments, and how much do people care?
The Carcharodons are unknown, but they still tell you in the book to use them as Raven Guard.
They give you a suggestion.
They tell you that they would do it.
Right.
They're like, wink, we would do it as Raven Guard. Most of the other ones, they say to use them as Ultramarines, though. They're just like, everything is basically Ultramarines.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're just like, they follow the Codex, so just Ultramarines. I wish they were actually a little more inventive with that. But
yeah, seriously.
In terms of like how strict tournaments are, most tournament players probably would never have heard of Mortifactors.
Yeah,
or
nobody cares.
They know they exist, but don't know which founding chapter they are. Like, I don't think anybody's going to yell at you for playing Mortifactors as your choice.
You can really run anything about anything. At worst, you'll get a grumble, and you'll be like, it literally.
And you'll only get a grumble from some few people.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
It's nothing.
All good.
Thanks. Right. Colt, should GW redo armies to fit the mechanics of the edition? Castles can't really function in 9th, but armies like Tau are very much created for that. Do you think a total rework of Tau is warranted?
Yes, total rework. Not every army requires a total rework, but I think many armies do, and many core mechanics do, at the very least. Like, for instance, Demons are an army that's actually performing pretty well, despite the fact that the summoning mechanic is completely useless.
Right.
And they need a complete rethink of that, but they don't. But the army's not fundamentally broken.
Yeah, no, and yeah, exactly.
Not all of the army.
Not all of it. Yeah, there's
obviously Khorne is really rough right now.
There's a subsection of the Codex that does really, really well, and then a bunch of them are just not great.
But Tau fundamentally top to bottom just do not work.
Yep.
They're the single most broken at the moment, which it's just a compounding issue of the number of 9th edition rules.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm ready.
You ready?
Pretty quiet first turn. So I went ahead and advanced these boys over here for my engage. I'm going to be scrambling over here in my own deployment zone, and that's kind of it, honestly.
You were careful to put this unit on this side for engaging on all fronts. Is that what you were doing?
Oh yeah,
there?
my bad. I was moving that objective. There we go. I can actually check one more thing because I forgot. No.
Or do you have anything over there, or you left that objective open? Or
this is open. Anything that goes on
because you knew you probably weren't going to be able to hold it.
The thing was, yeah, I knew I was going to be able to hold it. This side, I could kind of keep them a bit hidden. On this side, if you went first, they were pretty much dead no matter what. And so I'd rather have the option to take it back later on, something like that.
Understood.
So that's me. Let's go ahead and do some psychics, shall we?
Love to see it.
So we're going to go ahead and we really just need to protect these
Where
bikes.
are your psychers?
1, 2, 3.
So they're kind of buried in the center here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Makes sense.
So we're going to go ahead and spend 1 command point for Seer Council, get +1 to cast. This will give the Farseer and this
Is
Warlock
your Autarch on the table?
Yes, she's right here.
Do you want to roll that 6 up?
Oh, dang.
Get a CP?
I do.
No, not this time.
Sounds good. So let's go ahead and start with the Farseer.
Yeah.
We're going to do Focus Will, which is going to focus the Warlock's Will.
Yeah, because the Warlock needs the pluses to cast.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the rerolls.
Oh, this is my Protect guy, though. I think Focus Will is short range. Let me check that real quick.
Okay. You're trying to find out if you can Focus Will this kind of 12 inches here?
Yeah, I think it's only a 6-inch, but let's just check real quick.
Yeah.
We could also take a question in the meantime.
Oh, I would love to take a question. Thank you, Immortan Joe. Greetings from Titan Titans.
Hey.
With the advent of faction-specific secondaries, what would you like to see for your preferred faction and Grey Knights? What if my preferred faction is Grey Knights, huh?
And you get 2.
It would be cool if Grey Knights, maybe there's like you keep a tally of the number of casts.
That'd be cool.
And
like 1 victory point per, that's too many.
1 victory point per cast is too many.
Yeah.
I don't know what the right number is. Maybe it doesn't even start kicking in until around like 5 or something.
Right.
But yeah, number of casts could be cool. Definitely one around Banishing Demons. So you can only use it in a demon matchup.
Ugh.
But I'm into it.
I'm fixing my setup.
Okay, you'd really like to be within 6.
Yeah.
Because you weren't really hidden anyways. So paling.
It doesn't do anything. I defaulted to I could be next to my Warlocks.
Yeah.
But I'm not next to my Warlock.
That makes sense.
So anyways, that's me.
But the secondaries are really, you have to be very careful because they're one of the more powerful abilities in the book. Because as we've seen, secondaries are generally tough or like really bad.
Right.
And if your book even has one banger, like one really obvious one, then it's a huge advantage. For instance, the one I've taken from Space Marines is pretty excellent, right? We weren't positive about it, but every time we put it on the table, we've scored over 10.
It's been great.
I was positive of it day one.
So
I wasn't, but we took it and we made it work.
Yeah.
The Necron ones, by contrast, are nowhere near as strong.
No.
So yeah,
they're too dependent on your opponent, right? And that's the difference between that and Oath of Moment. You have control over Oath of Moment.
Yeah,
right?
Deathwatch got their own as well, right? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So they get Deathwatch and Space Marines.
Bad, I think.
Yeah, but I think they both you still only get to pick one, I believe.
Yeah.
The way it's written.
Yeah. But it's still a lot.
They're not crazy.
They're not good.
But it's a lot of you get. There's one where you get one for every Xenos unit you kill. So against Tau,
that's right.
That's real bad. It's like, oh, that 2-man drone squad, 1 point.
Against everything. It's still it's not as bad as Codex Warfare, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're gonna focus on this Wraithseer now. Watch goes off of this perils.
You're gonna use your helm?
So I will just take 1 and then on a 2-up I ignore it.
That's right.
Cool, all good.
Stylish.
So he's got the +2 to cast now.
Okay.
Then for her second power, we're gonna go ahead and give Fortune to the bikes. 5 up Feel No Pain.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Because they're out here in the open. They're gonna take a lot of bolters or whatever else. Yeah. It matters.
Exactly. So we've got Fortune. Then we'll go ahead and hop over to Mr. Wraithseer. That's gonna protect them for the +1 save with +2 to cast. Ooh, not quite enough. That's 6.
You want to burn a CP?
Yeah, I'll burn a CP. So do I get the CP back? Nope. And then looking for the cast. Watcha! Goes off. Awesome.
Nice.
So they have.
Oh, your army generates CP back as well.
What?
Do you generate CP with this army?
That's the Autarch one.
Oh, the Autarch just gets one at the start of the turn. It's a 6 at the start of the turn, isn't it?
No. It's every time I use a strat.
Oh, you gave it a Warlord trait that does it.
Yeah, you're thinking of something else, I think.
Oh,
so
okay.
if my Autarch is the Warlord, there's an ability Path of Command, I think.
Yeah.
Every stratagem I use, I roll dice for each command point. On a 6, I get one back.
Oh, I thought it was just at the start of each turn on a 6 you got a command point.
They weren't doing that kind of stuff in 8th.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Okay. Yeah. No.
They were.
I don't blame
all the time doing every time you use a strat, get it back on a 6.
Fair enough.
Let me just check. Yeah, you were so timely with the last one. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's just how I thought it worked.
Yeah. So here it is. Path of Command. If your army's battle forged and this model's on your Warlord and on the battlefield, roll a d6 for each command point you spent while using it. Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? I saw it I've seen it in battle reports or something like that.
It sounds vaguely familiar. Maybe an older rule.
Maybe there's not.
Yeah. Anyway, so they've got Protect. Then the Warlock with Protect Quicken or Quicken Restrain. Is there anyone I would like to move again?
Eldrad has that rule.
Oh, that's Eldrad. That's what I've
seen,
I guess. Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and quicken these Avengers, just moving them over. There we go. Looks good.
Yeah.
So they're going to go, I know, they're going to advance. So they're going, ooh, 13 inches.
Fast boys.
I like it. And I just kind of want to get some more units over here.
Yeah.
Zip.
Makes sense.
Shoring up the middle, get some flexibility. That is my Psychic, and that is probably my turn, to be honest.
Yeah, because nothing's in range to shoot.
That's it.
All right.
So I did a scramble.
Do you want to shoot with this unit here?
Sure.
You've got looks like 3 of them that have line of sight.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's 1 per book. So Deathwatch could take.
It is 1.
It's 1 per book.
Yeah.
So that's too good. They need to fix that. I don't know. I think the Deathwatch should only get the Deathwatch and then lose the Space Marine ones.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. I think because every monofaction army is only going to have 4 to choose from. Why do they get 8, sort of thing?
Right.
It's not. I don't think it's reasonable.
Exactly. So you said 3 of them?
It's a very powerful thing to have in competitive play.
On 3s with their Las Blasters. Whoops. And Expert Crafters. Looks good. These are only strength 3, so I need 5. Las Blasters. Ooh.
Did you do well?
Yeah. And then Expert. There you go.
Okay.
No AP, 1 damage.
No AP. Okay.
Better watch out.
Wow. For a gun with the name of 2 better guns smushed together, this gun is unimpressive.
I took a mighty wound.
It's better than the Las gun.
It's not better than the last cannon.
Yeah, well.
It's not saying much.
There's a lot of different types of Las in the world.
Okay.
And just leave it there.
What a mighty phase.
I know. It's exciting. So that's it. That's me. Obviously, I'm not going to get grinded down this turn unless you give it to me. So.
But you do get engage on 3 fronts.
Yeah. Right, so 2 points.
So talk to me about this unit now has a 2-up invuln on the Autarch?
No, so I have withdraw, so I don't have that.
So you have 3-up.
I have 2-up armor and a 3-up invuln.
2-up armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So effectively, yeah. And a 5-up Feel No Pain.
Interesting. So great. So I was trying to think, okay, obviously I have, I could put a lot of work into them.
Sure.
With the flyers.
Yeah.
But the Hurricane Bolters aren't going to do anything.
Right.
Against the 2-up armor.
Yeah.
And my mortal wound output, which is excellent.
Yeah.
You got a 5-up Feel No Pain.
I do.
But the question is, when are you not going to have a 5-up Feel No Pain?
That's true.
Right? When is there a better time to hurt them?
When Adrian perils.
Like, you're not wrong.
The other answer is when the Lynx is on the field.
How long will they be alive for to get to do their bomb?
Sure.
So I might consider that. let me do a little consideration.
Sounds
we'll
good.
take it.
Let's take another question while we're waiting.
Well, we didn't fully answer the last question.
What was the last question?
Like
Remind me?
make a secondary for your favorite faction.
Oh, right.
I think it would be really tough for Custodies.
Yeah.
Because giving them access to any good secondaries would be dangerous. And like the kind of thematic things they do, like survive.
Well,
like
what do you call Oath of Moment? Survive.
A poorly written secondary. Like a secondary that just reads gain points every turn because you're Space Marines.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't want that for Custodies. And all the thematic things of like, I don't know, a victory point for every successful charge.
That could be cool.
Be cool.
I'd like
but that's better for orcs.
A heroic deeds thing could be cool though with them, right? And it's similar sort of thing, like successful charges, or you kill a character or monster. Again, I'm basically describing Oath of Moment, but you kind of do the Custodies twist on it, where you're like doing heroic stuff. The orc one.
Every successful charge, 10 victory points.
10 victory points. I like it. The thing is, it's so no. I'm trying to think of like a looting one, right? I'm always trying to like
every vehicle you destroy. No, that exists.
That exists.
It's tough, right? Like we always like to poke fun at GW for writing rules, and we're like, haha, your rules are bad.
Right.
But like writing rules is hard.
It is hard.
It's not
I think a lot of people forget that. That's a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
It's tough.
Something about crumping, something about looting, something that rewards that.
And it's tough because like for orcs, you would want to do like for every 100 hits in combat or something, right?
Right.
But like, nobody's gonna count that.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna do that. But that would be great if it was
That
like
would be great.
per 100 successful hits in combat.
Right.
You get a victory.
I would love to have like the Necron one with nobles, but it's for war bosses.
That'd be cool.
Every monster or character you kill with a war boss, you get 3 points. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you can do that with like shield captains too.
Yeah, totally. Heroic stuff.
Yeah, heroic stuff, but
That's
the
what I
same
call
for
it.
everybody.
Yeah, I know.
That's the name of the ability.
That's the problem. Another problem is, of course, the generic ones are meant to be generic, so they already sort of narratively fit armies, right? Like deploying scramblers is such a like gene stealery sort of thing. So when you go to design the gene stealer codex, it's like you have to make the secondary that's not deploy scramblers.
Yeah.
Turns out they done some things right. Like James knows a little bit about this game.
Yeah.
James has heard of Warhammer.
James did make this game that we love.
He did. Pretty cool game.
Thanks, Bobson. Ooh.
Bobson.
Thanks, Bobson. Yes, but also I got distracted by a really good suggestion in chat.
Yeah.
Where there's a custody secondary that just says pick another secondary from a category you've already picked from.
Oh,
that would be cool.
Oh.
So you could like double down on a category.
I love that.
While we stand, we fight is 10 points each.
No, you can't take the same twice.
That's what you're
You
saying?
could pick it from a
Oh, same
category
category.
twice.
Okay.
Can't just be like
I
while we
was like,
stand,
what?
while we stand.
All my shield
and,
captains.
While we stand.
I was like, what? That is interesting.
Thanks, Bobson.
Bobson.
Sup, boys? A CP and a question for Bridger. Why doesn't he use his massive CP reserve for those tasty TO strats, like because I said so, or roll off for it?
Bridger refuses to have any opinion when we need it.
I don't like.
And then
when,
he has too much of an opinion when we don't need
when
it.
mom and dad fight, I just, I make myself scarce.
Bridger.
I don't want to pick sides,
I
and I know that I can't mediate these, so I just kind of hide in the shadows.
It's so tough.
But then when mom and dad are getting along, I
Yeah.
bug them. I'm like, hey mom,
I know.
hey mom, look, I built a castle.
Ask your father, okay? And this guy's a TO too. Like,
Yeah, I
I've
don't
never.
know. I've made some bad calls
Yeah,
as a
I
TO.
don't think I've ever had to have you called over.
Well, the longer I TO'd, the less people called me because they were like,
you were
this guy's gonna make bad calls.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Thanks, Colt. Would you guys ever do a list building 101 video and a list building competitively video? Those would be super useful.
Yeah, totally. We actually have a lot of kind of general tactics videos that we will be working on and kind of releasing over time, and those are definitely on the docket. We had started working on some a while back and things got crazy, so we'll definitely come back to it now that the game is completely different. So great suggestion.
Yeah, thanks, Mason. Brian, rocking that Farside Enclave sweater.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's right. So I'll tell you a few things that I'm considering because I'm having a bit of a tough time. So I just advanced this unit up. They're going to, just hold this objective, make you come and do a thing.
Yeah.
They're also screening a bit of your deep strikes and things like that, which is great. If they want to, they'll pop some shots through this ground window here at the guys on the ground floor.
Yep.
And this unit of bikes did not advance. They moved up there. and instead they're a 7-inch charge to the wall here. So they could try to put in some attacks, but if I shoot, you could just pull the models at the front.
Right.
So I've got a bit of a choice there.
I feel you. That's tough.
And actually, can any of them see your boy here, or is he? Am I not at the right angle? You can let me know there.
I think the two in the front can.
Cool.
For sure.
These bikes have moved up to fight these swooping hawks, who came real close. And again, it's gonna be screening out deep strikers. So I have a choice with the planes, and I'll tell you, this is the tough choice. This plane could easily come over to here, and what it could do is drop its bombs on your unit. And start to pick off some of these dire Avengers, so that you just have less utility.
Yeah, totally.
And the problem is now, okay, the plane's here. So next turn, you could even just not even shoot it. You just charge it with these guys, and they're still safe. Way over here in your deployment zone.
Totally.
But it does mean that they're back here instead of up there.
Also true.
So I am throwing away a plane. The other option I could do is just strafe sideways this way, and then find some angles to pop some shots down at them, not drop my bomb, but generally just dare you to come at me with your vehicles, so that your vehicles can't come at other things. Because I don't want to give you a turn with a ton of efficiency.
Right. That's the thing you're really thinking about right now.
Yeah, and this plane has very few good options. Like as far as where it bombs, it could come over this way and maybe bomb your.
You still have to fly over?
I still have to fly over. Yeah, and then it's something.
I feel you.
I'm having a tough time, so I'm still going to think that through a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
I was just telling you what.
And part of this was the reason I moved these bikes over here is because I only had the one unit of Dire Avengers on this point, and so now I have that entire unit of bikes, so I'm at least going to be holding those points regardless. Because otherwise Brian would just go and snipe out these Dire Avengers. Still an interesting call for future turns, but it's not like an immediate crippling blow. It's a later crippling blow.
That is absolutely accurate.
Yeah.
Thanks. Contra J, where is Crate Mountain?
Crate Mountain?
We have a modest set of crates rather than a mountain of crates.
We do. We have a few on the table. Little crate hills.
You know, if Crate Mountain's always on the show, it's not special anymore.
Special. Everyone's super.
Yeah,
accurate.
Great movie.
Thanks, Jay Weatherford. Just saw the Forgeworld Tau stats, nerfed Yuvara, Flyers, and now hit on 4s. XV9 Ion is garbage, and now we don't have tech drones. WTF.
That's true.
Yeah, man. It sucks.
And that's all we have to say about that. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of a bummer, but that's it.
It is a bummer.
Yep.
Forgeworld models are old.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
Feel your pain.
Thanks, Colt. Last question. If The Horse Heresy was a movie, what actors would play which Primarchs? Clancy Brown as Gilliman, Kate Blanchett as Fulgrim, Sean Bean as Kurz.
Well, I think Tim Curry would play Fulgrim. All right, let's see. Pick one and we'll figure one out.
Russ.
Russ?
Who would play Russ?
Who would play Russ?
I feel like there's a lot of good answers here.
There's so many good answers, and I won't remember any of those actors.
Can we pick any actor from any time period? Like, can we pick Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
You think I pick modern day Tim Curry? William Dafoe would play Kurz.
That would be pretty good.
That would be pretty good. You know his teeth are messed up like that. Let me see.
The Rock could be like Gilliman.
Gilliman? What? You're crazy.
Everybody loves The Rock. He's like the people's champion.
The Rock would be like, because he has to be a good guy. Otherwise, you just can't take it seriously. Even then, you can't. But
when he was the stupid scorpion guy in Mummy.
Oh, you take that back.
Scorpion
the
King?
Scorpion King.
The Scorpion King was so baller.
He was such a joke.
I love the Mummy series, and I love the first Scorpion King movie. We don't talk about the second one. And they made like 4 more after that, but he wasn't even in them. So why would you even watch if The Rock's not in it? Come on.
Accurate.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've successfully answered that.
That's a tough question. We'll, yeah.
Thanks, Kieran. Hey guys, the commander suits in Legends all lost battlesuit and were changed to infantry. Infusion became D6 +2 +4 at half. Signs of the future?
What? Can you break out the book? Check if the commander is no longer a battlesuit.
That would be weird.
I assure you, if that is true, I did not notice, and it sounds wild.
Brian is outraged.
Man, chat has some great.
What would it be called? These are weird names.
These
guys.
are Shazo. It's Shazo O'Reilly, basically.
All right, Shaz O'Reilly.
That's correct.
He does have battlesuit keyword.
Great.
So
we done did it.
I don't know about that.
But the fusion did change, and that's just to match crazy new melter.
The fusion did change, which is great.
It's good, and unfortunately, it wasn't a given, right? Because Eldar fusion did not change, or at least Harlequin fusion did not change. So that's cool.
Well, fusion pistols didn't change.
Oh.
But I could see Melta pistols not having stupid crazy
You're right.
damage.
Inferno pistols didn't get it, did they?
Right.
Okay.
But I think.
But did Fire Dragons get it? I don't think so.
Well, no. But Fire Dragons are like the butt of Warhammer.
The butt of Warhammer.
So
sounds good. This guy is just a little bit more.
Yep. Feel free.
Nope. It's in Legends, which I wouldn't look to for the future of 40k.
No,
we don't look at anything in Legends. They even did weird things where they sort of changed them, like the Death Guard stuff. They allowed Death Guard to use Forgeworld stuff, which to me was like a historical thing where Death Guard could use it before, therefore you can use it, and they're going to let you use all your tools. So I wouldn't look at there to anything for the future. This book, however, definitely could have some future proofing in it. So.
Okay.
You done moved?
So let me tell you about what I'm doing. So my Chapter Master is giving the reroll hits to the unit in the center.
Cool.
They're not gonna. They did do an advance instead, and they're not going to attempt to charge. I'm just piling on the center for my oath.
Yep.
For now, I know I don't need to be off of it, but I'm just grabbing the center. I'll move later. I want to put shots into this unit, so I'm not going to bother attempting to charge it.
Yeah.
I don't need the movement, and I still need to protect my characters. It's just too much. I'm going for too much.
Yeah.
The planes, if they tried to stay safe, they would have had line of sight on nothing of any value, and I would have done nothing with them. That's fine. I'd rather. This army is all about threat saturation,
right?
And I've saturated the threats. And what's going to happen is this guy here, he actually is going to take the brunt of probably some of my shooting.
Sure.
And we'll see if we can hurt him real bad, because I realized he's the only one with protect. Is that right?
Correct.
So maybe that's the way to get protect off of them.
Yeah.
Is make it so you can't cast it anymore.
Well, that's not fortune, right? You were talking about fortune earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fortune is the force here. Protect is the +1 save.
That's right. So I don't like them both.
Okay. Well, it's also jinx too.
Yeah, it's also jinx, which is great. So, and advancing is good for me because everywhere I advance, it gives me the invulnerable save.
It gives you the 4+ invulnerable.
The 4+ invulnerable.
As opposed to the 5+ you always have.
That's correct.
Like what?
So every unit that like this unit in the corner advanced, that attack bike that basically stood still advanced.
Yeah. Right.
This unit of bikes that stood still in the back advanced. This lone attack bike advanced. This one here with the heavy bolter did not advance.
Oh.
Because it has line of sight, so it's gonna shoot. And what I've done is I built a screen where.
What does that line of sight?
Oh, I don't know. Can it see one of these guys?
No.
So it advanced too.
Sounds good.
All right. I actually couldn't tell.
No worries.
Thanks for checking.
You're good.
And what I did is I built a deep strike wall that is big enough because his bases are kind of chunky.
Yeah.
So there's nowhere to deep strike there, and then I'm all the way up here and then through here.
I like it.
So
cool.
Not a lot of deep strike zones. You have this little spot.
I'm good with that.
Corners.
Yeah.
Which way he wants to be anyway.
I just wanted them to not die. They can be in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay.
It's time for the shooting phase.
Let's do it.
Okay. So here's what we've got. I'm just gonna make sure that I've got my strat. So I have the double move strat, which I was thinking of using to get a little more up the board, but I actually don't think I need it. I got everywhere I needed to be.
Okay.
So
and then you do your bombs in the movement phase too.
I'm about to do my bombs. Okay, so this one didn't move over anything.
Correct.
Because there was nowhere.
No.
Like maybe I could have brought it over here.
Right.
Is that about it?
That's it.
That's all I really could have done, right?
Yeah. You could have brought this one here, clipped these guys.
Yeah.
But then this one I have to go somewhere else. Which probably means you're not going. I don't know what you're trying to go over, but
yeah. I realized this one didn't move over. Initially, when I was thinking about this, I was going to double cross this unit.
Right.
It might be worth doing. All right.
You can double cross. So basically, you flip these.
I'll just do it this way.
Oh, or that works too.
So we'll just do this, okay?
So you went over this squad?
Over this squad?
Oh, because of here.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
So we're just going to double bomb this squad, okay?
I like it. Let's do it.
So let's go with that first. And I'll make sure that there was no other strats I wanted to do. Maybe do one more question. I'll just check my strats.
Well, I can ask Adrian, who played Captain America? Who's that guy?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. He would be a good Gilman.
He'd be a much better Gilman for sure.
Yeah. Then who's The Rock?
Who's The Rock?
Somebody in chat said Vulcan. I think that's a decent.
I was
decent
gonna
pick.
say Vulcan.
They're all jacked, so like the Rock being jacked doesn't really point him anywhere.
Right.
It's just his good-natured fun. I think makes him Gilliman. It's just such a kind-hearted soul.
Gilliman's not that. I mean, he's like Gilliman's a sweetheart, but he's not that like easygoing.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just check one more.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally spacing.
Yeah, we're good.
Chris Evans would make a great Gilliman, though.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're trying to think of another Gilliman?
So if The Rock plays Gilliman, then
what?
Vulcan.
The Rock plays Gilliman. This is a horrible decision.
I know, that's what I was saying, but I'm on board with it as long as Vulcan is played by Kevin Hart. And this is like one of their like classic movies.
Yes.
And then I'm on board for it.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
All right.
Ship
cool.
that. So it's just a D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
So 2D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds.
Classic.
And then you get 5 ups.
Yep. And this was which one first?
No, that's both. I just did them together.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Cool.
So you took nothing.
Good talk.
Great. So
right.
Good talk.
Good stuff.
It's totally fine. So for the rest of the shooting phase, basically, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with this boy.
Yep.
We're gonna put 1 Hurricane Bolter at this 5-man squad.
Yep.
1 Hurricane Bolter at this 5-man squad.
Yep.
The Rift Cannon at your big boy.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So here's a Hurricane Bolter. 12 shots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So which one's this?
At this 5-man squad here. Okay. So
on 3s.
Yep.
And 3s again.
3s again.
Nice.
Okay.
And 4 ups. Gotcha. Killed 2.
All right.
Oop.
And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Do it again on this squad right here.
Sounds good. Much
great.
better. 3s again.
Just going for a bit of efficiency here.
Yeah. I dig it.
Okay.
All right. And 4s.
Yeah, we might get lucky and you'll roll terribly.
Don't. Why would you provoke me like that? So down to 1.
All right.
And it's the Exarch. Crazy.
Given how much chat is loving this, I really think we should pivot from a Warhammer channel to a casting Warhammer movies channel.
I agree.
And then proceeding to call the agent.
Where did I?
He's
right here. I dropped him onto this.
Oh, okay.
That's a pro move.
It is a pro move.
Yeah.
So let's do the Rift Cannon.
Rift Cannon.
D3 shots.
Cool.
That's the 1. Hitting on a 3.
Nice.
Wounding on a 3. Okay. 3 mortal wounds.
Because it was strength what?
12.
Okay, cool.
So 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds. It's good.
And
it's good.
that's it. So 3 mortal wounds on him.
Awesome. I'll see how many wounds he has now.
Okay.
On the right
carry
here?
on.
I'm going to go with...
Huh?
On the rates here?
Yeah.
He went up, I think.
It's 9.
So we went up 1? Or maybe he was 9 before.
I want to say Wraith Lords were always 9. Wraith Seers are 9. Anyways, down to 6.
Okie doke. Next, what we're going to do is...
No, because he was targetable before. He lost wounds.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
dumb.
You're right, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because he was like at 12 or something.
I think he was a 12.
Or he might have been
You
at
know,
10.
taking character away and then putting him to 9 is just a
Why
kick
would
in the
they do
pants.
that?
It's just a punk move.
Anyways, carry on.
So this next one here,
Mm-hmm.
what we might do, kind of a hard choice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with these Ravenwing bikers here.
Uh-huh.
And they're going to put their plasma. How many did you say could see?
Into him?
Yeah.
2.
It's 2 that can see?
Yeah.
So the 2 that can see into there, the rest will put their plasma into these guys through the window.
Sounds good.
And they can't fire their bolters because they did advance.
Right.
Not that they have any, because they have just...
And then who else can see them?
The flyer.
The flyer?
Yeah. And that's all that can see them, because there's no windows on this side.
Okay. And you have no rend from the hurricanes, but these are plasma. But this is only, what, 6 plasma shots?
Yeah, it's 2... they each have a plasma talon, which is 2 shots each.
Are you going to dodge? Is that what's going on here?
No, it was if I give him a 4+ invuln, but it sounds like it's not worth it. So go ahead.
Sounds like it's not. Okay, so here are the plasma. I'm going to overcharge into him.
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Lightning fast might be worth it, because you go in there, then you have these mass shots, but then you can just go into there. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, lightning fast not worth it.
Yeah,
I just wouldn't shoot them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So now I would normally be hitting on 4s because I advanced,
Uh-huh.
but I'm back down to 3s because the banner gave me +1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, which is back here. Cool.
The banner's just right in the middle there.
Oh, nice.
I'll
save.
So here we are.
Yep.
I die on 1s. Okay.
Okay.
So 2 hits from the first guy.
Sounds good.
No, 2 hits from the second guy because of the +1 to hit.
You got it.
So the funny thing is, if I died, I was going to try to shoot on death as well and just get more shots. So it's like, as long as I hit with 1 and then die, it's all good. So he's T8.
Yep.
So it's forced to wound.
Cool.
I got 0.
Wow.
Nice.
As long as I didn't die, it's an even trade for me.
You stored up all your 1s and then rolled them all at once.
That's right. 1, 2, 3 more guys. These are not overcharging.
Correct.
Into your Dire Avengers. So these are just hitting on 3s and then winning on 2s.
You got it.
Okay, so that's 3.
-3.
-3.
Sounds
Could
good.
you just check that the banner's not only in combat?
The +1 to hit.
Yeah, could you check that?
Can you check that? Spaceman Codex over here. We forgot to use it last game, and now if we're using it wrong, it's it all sucks. If so, that means I would have missed once against him, but I didn't win it all. So.
No worries. Yeah, you would have something here, but don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah,
We'll figure it out.
Okie doke. So here I'm gonna shoot these plasma all into these bikes right here.
Sounds good.
Did you want to lightning fast or anything there?
How many shots is it?
It's 10.
10 shots.
10 plasma shots.
I will lightning fast.
Okay.
Do I get it back?
Oh, actually, don't do it because I'm already -1 to hit.
Oh, thanks. Cool.
I just realized.
That's okay.
It's
on force.
Because I advanced.
Yep.
But I am re-rolling everything from my chapter master.
Yes, indeed.
This is a company agent?
This is a company ancient. Yeah. Should be in the start of the book where there's the...
Adds 1 to leadership. Oh, it's the upgraded company
It's the upgraded one. Yeah.
Nah.
I think that one is melee, but we'll see. I
That's
thought it was
cool.
a Dark Angels thing. Let's do it.
We ready for it?
No.
So 1 at a time, hitting on 4s.
Okay.
I do die on 1s, but I do re-roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to risk the deaths because it's so much fun. Okay,
Cool.
so 2 hits.
Yep.
Guy number 2. Double miss. Double hit.
Brian.
1, 2.
Brian.
3.
Okay. Once more.
Double hit.
You always do this.
4.
Uh-huh.
I'll re-roll this.
Yeah.
That one I felt. You know, I actually knew that one.
Yeah.
So I lost a model.
You don't get to shoot on death unless he attacked you.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Thanks for all the corrections.
Separate thing.
One more guy. Last guy. Double hit. So I missed.
This is
I missed
ridiculous.
One. I missed 1.
That's
so
crazy.
we're winning on 2s.
Okay.
And I reroll 1s.
All right. So this is 4+ invulns. Let's do this thing. Sorry, 3+ invulns.
It is only
It's
melee.
really bad.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll come back to
So
that.
we can put a few of those back. It's fine.
That was
so you
terrible.
rolled really bad.
So terrible. Well, CP1. Still fail it. Cool.
So 1 CP down for Bridger.
Oh, do I get the CP back? Nope. So here we go. So this is 5 ups.
So 5 up, feel no pains now.
Yep.
Which you can see how powerful this is already, that you even have a chance at
It's really good.
Because how many would that be in your fist right now?
I mean,
5?
this would be 5 bikes
That's
dead.
a ton.
We'll put them on the X-Arc. So 5s takes 2. X-Arc, dead. Regular guy takes 1.
So
alive.
is the X-Arc, if the X-Arc dies first, does that mean the rest would have 4 up invuln?
I don't have the invuln.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's a 4 up, then Protect takes a 2 of 3.
Understood.
Yeah. So you killed the X-Arc.
Oh, just the X-Arc.
Yep. And
Oh, everyone else rolled 5s.
I took 1 wound on 1 guy,
Yeah.
and then I passed all the rest.
I love it.
Pretty
Okay,
good.
but the X-Arc's dead. I
Yep.
guess that's the thing.
Yeah, so he has 3 wounds, which is why I wanted to offset it as much as I could.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Alrighty. Let's go with the Talon Master. I think.
Let's do this one.
Oh no, I don't. So Talon Master, if you want to just double check, it's an assault cannon and a heavy twin heavy bolter, right? Can you just double check for me? I'll come back to it in a second.
Okay.
It's a twin assault and a twin heavy bolter, but I just want to double check because it's been a while. Okay. So these guys do want to charge. No, because I already have engage on all friends, don't I?
No.
Oh, I don't. Oh, this unit. Yeah, this unit got up past half.
This is a unit.
Yeah.
Where does it end?
That one guy right there.
That guy? Well, no, he's not passed. Let's see.
Yeah, double check it for me.
No, because his base is in it still.
Yeah, it's super close. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, this isn't going to cost me any engage. So I might as well just take the efficiency to try and kill them with some bolters.
Talon Master has a twin assault cannon and a twin heavy bolter.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So we'll go with that in a second. But here we'll just put everything. I'll put the multi-melta. What's the multi-melta range again? 24?
24.
So I'll put the multi-melta into your bikes.
And you can advance and shoot it?
They didn't advance.
These guys did not?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just moved.
Okay.
So here's the multi-melta. 2 shots now.
Let's do it. Oh, lightning fast?
You're going to spend it? Okay.
Yeah.
So they both miss.
Sounds good. So I get points back. Cost me 2.
So 2 more CP. Ouch. It's adding up.
Brutal.
But you can't. You don't want to afford to lose more.
No. And you still you have this guy still.
I still have him.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now just the bolters. 1, 2, 3, and 4 bikes essentially going into the swooping hawks there. Missed a few there, but doesn't matter. 3 to win.
On 3s. Oh, jeez.
It's real bad, but
okay,
it's totally fine. You have 5 there.
Yep. 4 of them are outside of cover, so take 2, and then last one. Cool. So 2 die.
So 2 more to go down. Yeah. That's fine.
That's good for you.
And let's go next with let's do the Talon Master. So we'll put everything into. Oh, you lightning fast on them, but I'm fine with that. I don't care. Okay. Because he has +1 to hit, which means he ignores it. Yes.
So dumb.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Let's do it.
My relic pays off. On 2s. All right, I missed the one. And on 3s.
On 3s.
Strength 6.
You got it.
Okey-doke.
So what's the range?
AP2.
AP2 for how much damage?
1 each.
All right. So AP2. So this is just the 3-ups. Failed 2.
Oh, can you give me a bike
5s.
this time?
Never. Wooja. Yep.
Okay.
Heal bike, wounded bike.
All right, and the twin heavy bolter. This is the real damage now. All of a sudden.
This is everything over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Okay. This was 1. And 3s to win. There it is.
Sounds good. And 3s.
Oh,
awesome.
He fails twice. And
cool.
2 damage each now.
So first one.
Okay.
Kills him.
Oh yeah, right. Because there was 1 wounded.
And he lives.
Okay.
Yep.
So 1 dead, 1 takes a wound. Chipping away at the unit. It all matters because this is an important unit for your game.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So any little bit that you blunt it means that it's harder. Like when it hits a Space Marine unit, it either doesn't kill them and then gets to fight back. So it does matter. So here we are. We're going to take the Hurricane Bolters here, and we're going to put one of them into this 5-man squad here.
Yep.
And we're going to put the other one into this 1-man. Maybe we'll leave the 1-man squad. Whatever. I don't need the kills, so I'll save it. Then I'll get kill more easier in a future turn. So what we'll do is, one of them here, and then the Rift Cannon at your boy here.
Yep.
Because he only has 6 wounds, so if I do 2 wounds to him, he dies.
Yeah, totally.
That's big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do that.
What do you want me to say?
I'm just realizing that. I was just doing the math. Like I thought I was going to chip him, but with 9 wounds,
yeah, no.
he actually could go down.
Yeah. When you do 3 flat mortals every time.
Yeah. Is that why I paid so many points for this
What did
guy?
I say? You won't do 9 every time, but it'll be good.
Well, I just did 3 with the first one.
And odds are, between the 2 of them, you'll end up, it's an average of 9.
Yeah, that's true. Let's keep it moving.
Actually, what I said was it would be 4 or 5, which is exactly 9 with both of them.
That's right. The Hurricane Bolters are the tough thing. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking. My strategy is like,
let's hear it.
If I kill your things that are holding over here, you can't afford to run everything away. You need things on the points to play the mission.
I do.
And if you need to leave your hammers on the points, it kind of sucks. Although the funny thing is this hammer could stay on the point and charge me.
Right.
So like they still get efficiency, you know what I mean?
Totally.
So it's all about future turns. So
Brian, did you pull the bike that died to plasma?
I didn't. You want to grab it? It's,
which one?
it's just one of them. Grab the one in the back that's not giving me engagement.
Yeah, I was going to say, it actually works for you. Well, no, we have to randomize it.
No, don't do it because it was from this unit.
Oh, okay.
So just pull one of them.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
That would be too strong.
It would be so good.
I choose who dies. Oh, the Hurricane Bolters. You didn't buff them in any, but what's their cover save? 4 up, right?
4 up.
Which is the same as these boys. All right, we'll just put everything into them.
That's good.
So Hurricane Bolters into them,
Yeah.
and then try to chip that unit, and then the Rift Cannon into your big boy.
Sounds
so
good.
Here's the Rift Cannon. We need to get a 3 or a higher.
Classic.
All right,
Cool
we did
deal.
it.
And then 2 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Oh, that's right. 2 3s, then the 2 3s.
Yeah, it's actually not great odds.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Just 2 3s and the boy dies.
No problem.
Oh, in style.
Brian pulling.
So we're seeing the Rift
Does
Cannon.
he explode?
No.
The
He used to.
What? No, he didn't.
Red Sears used to explode.
Ooh.
Who told you that?
Well, the fact that they had 12 wounds and exploded for D3 within.
I thought
6
Wraith
inches.
constructs only do the big Wraith constructs explode?
I don't know. This one doesn't anyway.
Okay.
So.
Okay, cool.
But the Rift Cannon, we're seeing this guy very tough.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy.
Good and vulnerable save,
Uh-huh.
good toughness.
Yeah.
But like, doesn't matter against
Doesn't
mortal
matter.
ones. They'd also be like with the 3 thing against Terminators.
Mhm.
Imagine, you know, they come in, bomb for D3, D3, and
really
then
good.
like 6. It's like that's a 5-man Terminator squad
Right.
wiped. It's
Yeah.
great.
Exactly.
3
Aboard the witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the Hurricane Bolter.
Let's
2,
do it.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 22.
And that was a vehicle or
24.
monster kill for Oath of Moment, right?
Yes, it was.
Mm.
Here we are,
Let's do it.
hitting on 3s. Taking out the misses. This is a Hurricane Bolter going into the big 29-man Guardian Squad, or what is it?
19.
19-man, that's
Now
right.
it's 16.
All right, because it chipped a few.
Yeah, you got a few with your bikes. And on 3s.
All right.
Really good. Wow.
Really good wounding.
What is your dice? All right, so this is on 4s. Let's see it. Cool.
Oh.
Awesome.
He's been doing bad with the
2,
saves
4,
today.
6, 8, 10, 11 dead. That's great. So we're down to 5.
That is the twin Hurricane Bolter. The Emperor's finest. That's my turn. It was good.
Sounds good.
So we have morale.
Yes, we do. So this is the Guardians. Definitely fail. And then 4 left that can die on 1s and 2s. And so we've got 4 guys left.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent. And let's
Good
score
talk.
up Brian's turn. You which parts of Oath did you do? You didn't fall back. You killed the vehicle or monster, so that's 2 points. And then you're in the middle. So is that all 4?
I didn't get a full engage.
No,
so-
for Oath.
For Oath, you got
Oh,
4.
for Oath, yeah. I'm in the middle.
You killed the vehicle, you didn't fall back.
Did you want to charge there?
Oh, yeah, here. Thanks.
You're welcome. I haven't been neutered enough, so.
You're a kind man.
Space Marines.
Space Marines.
Space Marines.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I do
4.
owe leadership on the bikes. Good.
So
And the
we're
Dart
just,
Avengers.
we're just
Sorry.
gonna make
We're
we're
good.
just gonna end the pain here.
Yeah, please do.
Hitting on 3s and then wounding on 3s,
Sounds good.
and then -1 AP.
Go. Wacha. They're all dead.
All right.
So now you get to engage.
I already.
Oh,
no,
you already have the
I
corner.
already had that corner from the flyer,
Gotcha.
but I don't have that corner here.
Okay.
So the only
Sounds
thing this
good.
does for me is just like it moves me up a little bit,
Right.
hurts your deep strike range.
Gives you that
just a tiny
movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Well then, I'll do it for turn 1.
Sounds good.
bit. It was a mighty turn 1,
So good.
and we're seeing the speed, right? And
Mhm.
speed in 9th, speed in 8th was big, but
Yeah.
speed in 9th is even bigger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because the board is smaller, and because you know you need to start taking control of the board. It's
Mhm.
not enough that hey, even if you struck me back and killed a bunch of things,
Mhm.
it wouldn't matter if I had the board.
Right.
And so this puts the hard choice of like, do you kill my hammers or do you try and blunt my point capability
Right.
at all? Which is a very hard choice now.
It is. But it's a speed also with
Effectiveness.
a
yeah.
really, really strong
Yeah.
effectiveness and really tough durability.
It's the same reason the Harlequins are so strong.
Correct.
Because they get up the board
Correct.
fast,
Yeah.
and they're tough, and they're strong.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you do?
Exactly.
You just pray.
Yep. Yep.
Do your business.
So
All
5
right.
points for primary for me because I only have one. Actually, I get nothing. This is a whole 2, whole 3.
It's a whole 2. This is a tough
0 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So command point, and
You're up
we'll
to
see what we
6.
can do.
one. These guys not on the point?
I
You might want to measure it up.
forget if they were. Let's see.
Because it's supposed to be 6 up, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
it's there. It's just out.
They're out.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. We normally don't put objective next to buildings anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was worth a try.
No worries. Okay, so let's see.
All right, back to super chats.
Let's do
Brian, this isn't a super chat, but we're still on it. The Rock as Horus.
Yeah,
Chat has collectively decided.
The Rock could do Horus. I'm
Rock is
already,
good.
listen, chat, you're right. It's totally doable.
That is quite.
I think it would
good.
be excellent.
I totally think it's fine.
Now, here's a controversial one.
Okay.
Danny DeVito as Omegon and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Alfari.
Yes!
Twins.
Twins!
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
not controversial at all.
Yeah.
Well,
seems
but
pretty
like
obvious.
you would have to make it so that it's never addressed in the film. Like they're supposed to
Right.
be identical,
And no
it's
one
just
can tell
like,
the difference.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
can tell the difference.
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Jubal. Tooth Sides, 10 Immortals, and a Cryptech, each for objectives. Psychomancer for tricks, or Plasmancer for damage. Viable at all.
Sure, yeah, it's viable. Psychomancer for tricks or Plasmancer for damage? Psychomancer. He's a lot better than the Plasmancer. Plasmancer gets our lowest vote. The Psychomancer actually does mortal wounds too. So I actually like the mortal wound output on the Psychomancer, and the tricks are good. So I actually rate it pretty highly. I actually kind of like the Psychomancer.
I agree.
Model's not out yet, but
he has some utility.
Yeah.
Do these guys have invulns as well?
Nah.
Okay.
I'll double check.
Okay.
They shouldn't, but maybe they do. It's only. Let's see if they have Jink. Yeah, maybe they do actually. I don't know. Who knows? Can you bring up their data sheet? I didn't write it down.
So this guy will have to fly off the board next turn.
Yeah.
You can bomb.
No, they hover. They're Imperial.
They hover?
I'm pretty
These
sure.
guys hover. No way.
They're Imperial. They probably hover.
Can we
Here,
check
I'm
that?
pulling up the data sheet.
I would like to know if that's an option
These are
available.
called, it's called...
Ravenwing Dark Talons.
Dark
They're the second last data sheet in the index.
Talon.
The Nephilim Jetfighter is the only thing after it.
They do have hover, yep.
Yeah.
Because they're Imperial.
Makes
Like,
sense.
all Imperial
I don't
flyers
know.
hover.
Where is
That's
the
so
hover
dumb.
parts? Oh, there they are. They're right there. They didn't model them. What do you want? They modeled the hover
All
parts.
right, guess I'll kill him.
And then I'm checking if this has Jink.
Jink, yeah.
I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah. So no.
Cool. Sounds good. Good.
Alright.
I wouldn't put it past them. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like-
honestly.
It's like you were
Honestly.
you were more likely that they did have it than that they didn't.
Jeez.
Thanks, Garrett. Success! I got my brother into the game. The bad news for me is he picked an army innocently that hard counters me. Thanks to talk, might I add. Yep.
Yeah.
We did it.
If you've got like a small friend group and one of your friends hard counters you, it's a tough tough place to be. You need to work with your opponent to build armies. Like, go out of your way to build an army where it's like my list hard counters your list, and the natural efficiency of your army over mine should almost make the game balance out. But just try it out. Like, maybe your opponent would feel like it's weird that you're building a list that super tailors against them.
Wait, it does
but
have Jink?
just try it out.
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button.
We're actually looking at an Eldar unit.
No,
yeah, of course
I
it
was
would
looking
be
at the
dead.
Dark Talon, but like, what?
All right, so we're just actually, these guys are going to go forward instead of backwards so we can get scramblers, because that's the smart move.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to scramble in the middle. As we do.
Yeah.
Is it the Ravenwing keyword that gives you Jink?
Look at the very start of the book. I thought you had to have Jink on your data sheet. But maybe not.
Jink. No, yeah, it's just if this unit has the Grim Resolve chapter tactic or it has Inheritors of the Primarch. Yeah, so like the whole army has Jink.
Jeez.
So hold on. No, not. Is it Ravenwing specifically? Does it say Ravenwing?
Or is it Grim? What's Grim Resolve?
Grim Resolve is just my chapter tactic.
Okay, so not everyone has Jink.
Models in this unit have a 5 of Invuln
That's if they have the
against
Jink
range
keyword.
attack. No, Jink is a rule. It's if they
Go
have.
look at
the
a
Grim
bike data
Resolve-
sheet and see if Jink is on the bike data sheet.
The bikes are called.
Uh-huh.
The bikes.
I'd
No, I
love
know
to
this.
see-
Dark black.
Ravenwing.
Dark blind.
No, everything in the book has Ravenwing.
Start
It's
with
not
that.
Black Templar. Black
Black Templars. Wow.
Knights. Black Knights.
That's a good one.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I love it. I love it.
All right, let's take a look. Black Knights have Inner Circle. Oh, they do have Jink.
They
as
do have Jink.
Oh my
abilities. Let's
gosh.
check.
No. The bikes have Jink.
Oh, okay.
The planes do not have Jink.
The plane
know
was
this?
called.
Dark Talon.
This is tearing it apart. There are only 10 wounds, though, correct?
How many do you want them to be?
It definitely
They're
does
11.
not have Jink. Chat is trolling us.
Yeah, I know they don't
They're
have
I
Jink.
have been
11.
trolled.
Okay.
I have been trolled.
They have 11 wounds, so
11 wounds, so.
just enough that I'm going to survive with one.
Just
You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. Whoops. Gonna move that. That's cool.
All right, got some more questions?
Oh, it does have Jink. All right, sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
All right.
can you not read? What is
No,
going
no.
on?
What's
All right.
happening?
No.
Is
hear
it
me out.
on the data sheet?
It has like
That's the data sheet
It
pulled
has
up.
8 abilities. 6 of them are full paragraphs.
Uh-huh.
One of them is Angels of Death, which is just a line.
Yeah.
And then at the very end of that same line is one word, Jink.
Okay,
Okay.
Very easy to miss.
so I have 5 up.
Gosh. That's nuts.
It's against shooting.
All right, Chad, I'm sorry I doubted
Okay. Oh, all of these are only for shooting?
Yeah. I could pay to make it in combat, though.
Oh my god. Can I get all the information, please? Like, what does this army do? So you can pay 1 CP
Yeah,
for 1 unit to have
a 5 up in combat.
always 5 up, no 4 up?
Yeah. it's
Even if
just
you
a five.
advanced previously?
Yeah.
Hey, we're like all the facts.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
It has a lot of abilities.
Gosh.
It's the plane. The plane has
everything
abilities,
in the index has.
Yeah. Everything has all the abilities. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah.
All right. We got through it. That was rough. Sorry, Chad. I doubted you.
And these guys
but...
all advanced.
Yes. That's right.
Okay. So they have a 4+ and can be a 5+ in combat. All right. Wow.
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 All right. Thanks, Crons.
Trying to make sure.
My first airbrush set has come in, and I was wondering if you have any tips for airbrushing. Clean your airbrush religiously, all the time, ritualistically. Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Or it will break.
I work really hard to clean my airbrush, and it's the part I hate the most about airbrushing. So, like, I can understand why you might not want to, but I put a lot of work into it.
It's the most important part for sure. Exactly what Bridger was saying.
That's like the biggest.
But tips also work with less air pressure and thin paints, right? Like, don't have that high air pressure and have the paints at their appropriate thinness, not too thin, unless you really know what you're doing. It's very hard. Like, really thin can be a huge problem.
Yeah.
And then also always test your spray when you put it on the models. Absolutely. But I love airbrushing. I probably would never have become as ridiculous of a collector as I am without buying an airbrush.
Right.
I did my first army with my first 40K army without it, and then I bought an airbrush, and then within the next 6 months, I started 6 more armies.
Yeah.
So,
it's so
maybe
dangerous.
don't buy the airbrush. I don't know.
No, it's too late. It already arrived.
It already arrived. Well,
So,
then
Too late.
Too late.
What's the invuln on your chapter, Talon dude? Is it a 4?
I don't.
Does he have one?
Against shooting, he does, but
not in melee. But you can give him one.
Yeah. Let me see if it's Ravenwing keyword. Yeah.
Sounds good.
No, it's just a biker unit. He doesn't have the biker keyword.
Okay.
Thanks.
Cool.
Badger Mead. Okay, Bridger, the longest place name in the UK. It's located in Wales, and this is all one word.
Yes.
But he like split it up with hyphens, I think, to help me.
Oh, that's kind.
That is kind.
Yon Fair. There's no vowels in that one. That's how do you? Yon Fair, Pool Gwyn Gil Goger Yik Win Wern.
Good.
Drop wool Yon T Celio Gogogoch. Oh, see at the end there, I remembered that.
Are these guys going on the top?
They're going on the top.
Oh,
that was tough.
You're bold. You think you think both my planes will be dead?
I do.
I think that's not unrealistic. But
all right, let's do deep strikes. Deep strikes.
Where are they coming in?
Everywhere. So I can actually get on top of this building and be more than 9 from you. So
nice.
Which is great because you also can't charge me then, because you're all bikes.
That's cool.
So all you can do is shoot me to death with all your amazing shooting.
Thanks, Justin. We appreciate the support.
Ah!
Oh, rip that guy.
What happens?
There's the Lynx. He's here. She's here.
Thanks, Alex. Hey Titans, thanks for the great content. What are your thoughts on running 6 to 9 Warwalkers with Star Cannons, and are Falcons underrated?
Very, very stylish. You're going to give up Big Game Hunter, but I think that's when you double down on it and say it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and Falcons are totally playable.
They are. They're actually
with
quite good.
Star Cannons as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about that.
It's all about the Star Cannons. Load up on the Star Cannons.
And then pulse lasers.
Thanks, Josh. Hey guys, really enjoying the content. On a scale of Tau to Salamanders, what are the chances of you guys doing a 30K bat rep sometime?
We'll definitely get around to it. You know, the truth is we want to play more specialist games. We're excited about that, but we allow our premium members to vote on it. So the first specialist game we're going to play is Necromunda.
Nope.
We own a huge amount of Necromunda terrain, but actually we were digging through our stuff and we unveiled a box that was like $900 in Necromunda terrain that we had not painted yet when we thought we had built it all. So we sent that out to be painted. So we're waiting for that because we're going to make a really epic, like literally it's like 8 Necromunda starter sets worth of terrain. We're going to make a really epic game. And we're working on our gangs. I think I'm going to do one of the armies that comes in the box, which is the Enforcers.
Yeah.
Oh, they're my favorite.
Yeah, I really like them as well. I was going to do one of the Orlocks, but I'm going to go with the Enforcers to start off with. And I don't think you've picked your gang just yet.
I keep going around because there's so many cool ones.
Flip-flopping.
Yeah.
So we've still got to put that together. So that game will probably be in January once we get all the terrain and the models finished.
Right.
But then after that, we can have votes for other specialist games that you want to try out. We already have access to a lot of 30K armies, like full, legit 30K armies. And so that would be a fun game to play, but it'd be up to the premium members to vote.
That's right. You said it.
Cool. You're still deep striking, right?
Yep. I need to scramble and engage, and I'm not going to be engaging unless I do this. So I wanted to wait so that it's not such a throwaway unit, but giving up those 2 points is not worth it. I have a teeny tiny bubble back here.
Yeah, there's a bubble on both sides, I think, for a small unit.
Over there?
Maybe not. I don't know.
This one's
no, I don't think
more
there's
feasible
a bubble over there. Thanks, Torg. Hey, Titans. In your professional opinions, how superior is sweet tea to hot tea with milk in it? Also, what's your thought on specters and Irilith?
Yeah, they're leaders. So I don't drink any tea in any form.
Me neither.
Me neither.
So
wow.
If I do drink tea, I drink a green tea though, like not a green tea, or like green tea. I don't like British tea, so to speak.
Black tea. You don't like?
I don't like black tea. Don't milk, no sugar, nothing. I don't like that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't have
Coffee.
any. I don't have any coffee or tea. Bridget, you don't really do
Nope,
coffee or tea.
I don't do either of those.
Wow.
Yeah,
All my
neither. And
caffeine-
You guys are soda.
we don't do
fiends, though.
coffee, tea, or alcohol.
No?
Either of us. Yeah.
Coffee and alcohol.
Just soda.
Sometimes at the same
He can.
time.
Yeah.
Should not say it on stream. No.
Shadow Specters are not good.
No, they're so expensive. Like they want to be like Dark Reapers, but they are not as good.
Yeah, the problem is they're too pricey.
Yeah.
And you're never gonna get their value out of them.
Yeah. They're so cool, but they're not good.
They're not good.
I'm gonna do some grenades over there onto your bike.
I love it.
Because it's before I do action, so I believe it works.
I like it.
So this is 5 dice on a 5 up, does a mortal wound to your little attack bike, which has 4 wounds, correct?
Yeah.
So I got this. All right, take 2.
2 wounds.
Sounds good.
2 wounds down.
Dig it, dig it, dig it.
And then in your movement phase, they are going to start do the scramblers.
Yep.
So if you remember, he said he moved the unit here, but he actually didn't move it up there. Or you did, but you're not going to scramble in the center.
You can scramble too, I think.
No,
you can't.
One
can't.
per.
No.
So if you want to
Scrambling
keep them
doesn't
in
let you do that?
if you want to keep them
Scramblers-
in the building, you can.
Scrambler says you can perform this action with 1 unit per turn.
That's right.
Well, then they're gonna die. I don't like them to die.
If
just
they're
give
in
up
the middle of the
engage?
building, I don't think I can get to them.
You would literally shot
I could
them
shoot them.
while they were in the middle of the
I
building.
thought I was thinking combat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Apologies, guys. 1 second.
Would you like to leave them in reserve
Yeah, probably.
and then come down next turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to scramble in the center of the board.
Yep.
And we'll leave them in reserve. We'll pick that up later. That's fine.
Yep.
I
Sorry,
thought
guys.
you would, because I saw another unit of 4 here.
Yeah.
But I thought you would move them back.
No.
But I realized
yeah.
that's the Dire Avenger squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel you.
I would have told you sooner.
Ah, no worries. Sounds good. Thanks for letting me go back.
So we deep struck here.
Yep. We deep struck here. We are unassailable from all the bikes except for the flying bike, of course.
Yeah, you are.
We're just gonna try to shoot stuff, clear some space, because I'm really fighting down now, and just kind of try.
This is like you have to go all in.
I have to.
You can't wait any
nothing
longer
else.
because
Yeah.
if you wait, I'll just make it so there's nowhere to deep strike.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly. I mean, you already pretty darn near did. So
Yeah. But
that was good.
At the very least, the truth is they're all coming in.
Yeah.
They all have line of sight on anything they would care
Correct.
about.
Yep.
So you didn't actually lose any efficiency on the deep strike.
No, this is actually kind of the perfect spot. So
Yeah.
so it's great.
Mhm.
All right, let's do it. So we have psychic. I have 6 command points, correct?
You do?
Excellent.
Would you like to spend some of those?
He wants the psychic phase to go off.
Yeah,
Right?
so I'd like to spend 1 on Conclave. Do I get it back? No. So that's +1 to cast for the Farseer, +1 to cast for the Warlock. We're going to go ahead and have the Farseer start by focusing Will on the Warlock to give her +2 to cast.
Let's see it.
Let's do it. Ooh, does not go off.
Really? Oh, it's a 6 or something?
It's so that's a 4. I get +1, so it's a 5. I need a 7.
Oh, 7.
Oh,
You can use your free reroll on this?
no, hold on. Focus Will is super low, actually.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
what I thought. I thought they were.
4.
The regular powers are all
Yeah.
7.
I thought Focus Well was pretty
Yeah,
cheap as
I
well.
think it's a 4.
It is a Focus Will. It's a 6.
Oh, it's a
Oh.
6.
6. So it's a yeah, okay.
So that did not succeed?
It did not succeed. I rolled
Okay.
a 4. I get +1, so it goes to a 5.
I see.
So
So you're thinking of using your runes to reroll?
I could use runes. I could use a CP.
Might as well save the CP and do runes, right? Is there any efficiency in doing it?
Well,
the
the
other way?
CP is only 1, and I just need to not roll a 1 again.
I understand.
But the runes is both. So we'll CP
Wait,
it.
what?
No, CP you reroll both dice.
Oh, it is both. Okay,
Yeah.
so we will runes then. Sounds good. Cool, got it off.
Woohoo!
Okay.
You see that too, right? I was like, yeah. So it's the same. There's no difference.
That's right. That's
Do I
right.
get that CP back? Nope.
Wait, you didn't
Alright.
spend it.
What?
That
You
was
use runes, not.
I did use runes.
We got there.
We
Oh
got
my
you.
gosh.
We
All
got
right.
you back.
So we've got.
He's all shook now.
I'm totally shook. So we've got the +3 to cast for the Warlock now.
Okay.
And I've used my runes. We're gonna go ahead and
Gonna put that protect.
No, fortune.
Fortune. That's the 5
onto the bikes. Let's do it. Goes off.
Great.
Looks good. And then I will spend another CP. Do I get it back? Hey, 3.
Hey, I don't have to do anything.
This is going to let me cast an additional power with her to also doom something.
Oh, nice. You're coming in at my bike unit, right?
Yeah, I have to. So you have...
It's a 5-man bike squad, and I've lost 1, so it's a 4-man now.
There's 6 bikes there.
Because there's characters.
What's a character?
The apothecary and the captain, or the chapter master. Did you want to do one of them? Here, we'll move
these. I
these.
just can't tell the difference between.
They look very. So this is the apothecary, right back here.
Okay. Yeah.
You see? Yep. And then the chapter master's right there.
Chapter master's right there.
Yeah.
Okay. And the bike is a 4-man bike unit.
Now it is because I had to pull one.
We killed the one in the middle.
So yeah, I don't know if I pulled myself out of coherence. If I did, then I would just put this guy back in the middle and pull that guy from the side.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
So you want to doom the bikes?
We'll doom the bikes. Here we go. Goes off.
There you go. Nice.
Right, sounds good. Now we're going to go ahead and quicken from the warlock onto these bikes so they can move again. Let's do it. Goes off with a +3.
Very nice.
So they're going to move again. Move in again.
So you're just trying to guarantee the charge, or you're trying to get in on my characters?
Yeah, there's been a million back and forth. So does your Talon Master have an invuln save? Ever?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I won't be using one.
You sure he doesn't have Jink?
That's why I'm like, I literally have no idea at this point.
He might have Jink in the shooting phase, but not in the fight. We were talking fight phase, right?
Well, so now I'm asking also shooting.
Okay.
Because I have...
He does have Jink.
He does have Jink, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so he has what?
That would be a 5-up.
He has a 5-up currently, and the rest have a 4-up.
Yes.
Cool. We're getting there, guys.
But there's a strat to make the 5-up a 4-up.
No.
There's a strat to make him count as advancing.
You're kidding me.
No.
That's what chat told me.
Well, chat is always
Chat was
correct.
actually correct. Yeah.
So there's a strat. Okay, so there's a 1 CP strat to count as a 5-up permanently, even in combat. And then, what's this other one? Oh, high speed focus. So 1 CP, 4++ for a Ravenwing when shot at.
Yeah.
Okay. So I could pick a Ravenwing unit, and it does
So
get
everyone has a
4++.
4+. All right, well, I'm just going to keep playing this game. So that's different. Like, every time I ask, there's more rules.
Everything has Jink.
Yeah.
Everything always has an invuln.
This is insanity. This is insane, guys. All right, so here we go. Shooting.
Do you like permanent transhuman better or permanent invulns better?
Permanent transhuman was way better than this, or way easier to deal with. This is nuts. This is across the whole army on flexible units, and I have like ultimate flexibility, and yet it doesn't matter at all, right?
It's like you're the most flexible, and it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So, anyways, so shooting. So, shooting.
Bring the shooting.
And Talon Master has how many wounds? 8.
Let me double check for you. The Talon Master is 8 wounds. Yeah, you got it.
8 wounds. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and
3-up save, and yeah, that's about it.
I like it. We're gonna put just all of these shots into
the laser lancers.
Okay. Laser lancers and the shurikens because they're -1 rend because they're within 12.
Sure. So I'll pop the CP then. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
So I have what, 6 left? 2, 4, 6. So here's the lances on 3s, and expert crafter is on one of them. Looks good.
Great.
And then wounding on a strength 6.
T6
on 4s. Reroll one of them.
Okay.
All right, so you got 4.
Runs?
Yep. Would be -4.
Failed them all? How much damage is?
2 each.
Listen, he's gonna die. There's not much I can do.
After that, yeah.
Yeah. So he's not infantry, so he can't get the feel no pain. So he just takes a 6.
Sounds good.
Okay.
1, 2.
Thankfully, the Exarch's not alive to finish him off. Shooting.
4.
So 2 wounds left. Talon Master is getting beat.
And then here's the 24 shurikens on 3s. 1s and 2s are out.
Okay.
Use my rerolls.
Oh, this is at him as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need 5s now, though.
Yep.
6s are nice, but everything else is still rend. Oof. Yep.
Okay.
Oops, definitely bumped that. That was not a 6, but there were 2 6s actually.
Yeah,
so.
you got 2 right there.
Yeah.
So 2 6s.
These are
so
-4, so you're 4-ups. Yep.
Good. And then these are minus.
Oh, -1. So actually, are you a 3-up base?
I am. So
okay,
it's all
so
the same.
4s, yeah.
So he's good. 1 wound left.
Sounds good.
You got to fight him.
I'm digging it.
Spice.
Digging it. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and hop over to Crimson Hunter Exarch. And we're going to go ahead and put our shots into this boy right here.
Yeah, trying to take down my Dark Talon.
You got it. So here we go. So we've got the pulse lasers hitting on 2s.
Oh, you get the reroll.
Yep, there's the reroll. And then wounding on 3s.
What Exarch ability did you take on this boy?
5-up invuln.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's the
1 free reroll, yeah.
1 free reroll. The thing his whole army has.
So here's my 5 of invuln. Oh, it would be really good if I made it right there, right? So how much damage is this one?
I don't. The flat 3. That's a pulse laser.
Great. Flat 3. Down to 8.
That was no assault. That was just a funny moment.
It was a funny moment.
The irony of that.
Yeah, I was like, all right. Cool. Yeah, just confirming everything. Okay, and then the double star cannons.
Yeah.
So 2d3. Sorry, 4 shots.
4 shots. Yeah.
Here we go. On 2s, all good.
-1 to hit my flyer. Right.
Oh.
So.
Okay. You didn't say the last time, so.
Well, but you're a Crimson Hunter Exarch, so you reroll hits against fly.
It's wounds, isn't it?
Do I have that backwards?
I reroll. Oh, reroll the ones natively, but that doesn't matter. Reroll failed wounds. Yeah. So.
And you reroll 1 for your custom.
Yeah. But he did that on the last.
I rolled a 1, which I would actually already rerolled. So here's that reroll right here, which still misses.
Okay.
Good talk. Strength 6 and toughness 6, I assume.
On this plane.
Yeah.
Oh, T6.
Yep. So both fail.
But you reroll.
And you reroll.
All right, 1.
Okay. And here's my 5 up. No.
Hey,
and
D3 damage.
D3.
Whatcha? 3
Okay,
damage.
big 3.
Nice.
So down to 5.
I like it. I like it. Sounds good.
All right.
All right, so down to 5. Let's go ahead and we just got some Plink Shurikens right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the Dire Avengers at the bottom.
You can't really see here, but there's 5 unit of 5 Dire Avengers there.
Yep. So it's gonna be 10 shots.
This was the unit that was over here that I didn't shoot at.
Right. Into the flyer on 4s.
Yep.
Wow.
And 1 free reroll.
Yep. Watch this. It's gonna matter. Whatcha?
Yes. Not quite.
And looking for 5s. 1 reroll. All right. So 1 at -1.
Good.
This boy over here, same thing.
Oh.
On 4s. Looks good. And then
He's the boss.
5s. I know, right?
1
and
reroll.
then reroll. Nope.
Not this time.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right.
So that's just some Plink fire. All right. Decisions.
What is it? So you, with your vehicles, what's the thing you want to kill? You want to get the planes down?
The planes are the scariest shooting.
Yeah.
But realistically, I'm going to need help here as well.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous about that.
Because you don't want to trade the bikes for nothing. You want to make sure you've done a thing.
Exactly.
I feel you.
But you also have 4+ invulns.
In shooting right now.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. So if you put your big heavy hitters, and I have a 6 up feel no pain also. It's worth noting.
Yeah. That's true.
So it'll add up.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Because all this stuff is scary, but it's more incidental.
It's not going to win the game next turn.
Yeah.
Whereas these things in the middle could be a problem.
Exactly. So. Oh boy. Sorry, 1 second.
Tough choices. Well, while you're thinking about that, you
yeah,
want to do
go
another
for it.
question?
Yeah.
I would love to. Thanks, that one guy.
Oh.
Hey, Titans, trying to build out Raven Guard list. Right now I have Shrike and 30 assault squads, or 3x10 assault squads with jump. What else should I add for an assault focus?
When he says assault squad, are these Vanguard vets or are these...
Assault squad is a unit.
Yeah, this is the normal assault squad that's not a Vanguard vet.
Yeah.
Well,
Vanguard vets.
The assault squad and the Vanguard vet fill the same role, but the Vanguard vet's a little more points effective because you want them in combat and the Vanguard vet gets that extra attack, right?
Yeah.
And you pay, what, like 2 points for that attack or something?
Yeah.
You should just run them as Vanguard vets if you don't mind. And as far as their loadout...
Oh, but you don't get the beaky helmets, though.
That's
really the best.
It's your choice.
They don't come in the assault squad box. They come in the Vanguard box.
Oh, I see. But if you're Raven Guard, using that Corvus pattern is kind of like a style pick anyways.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you bought the wrong box because you want the beaky helmet.
So true.
Yeah, so I think that he's saying what else to fill out the list with?
Yeah. Also assault. He wants more assault. Aggressors?
Yeah.
Transform aggressors?
If you want. So any of the new combat units for that are Primaris are really, really good.
Indominus vets.
Yeah, Indominus. Those are all great. I would, because I'm Raven Guard, I would take a few snipers at least. So I would definitely go into the Eradicators. Or not, the Eliminators. Sorry. Eradicators.
You would take Eradicators.
I would take Eradicators.
You would.
Snipe your characters.
What army am I playing? Eradicators.
I've been saying this for a while, man. Deep Striking Eradicators are real good. And then Death Watch comes out, and Brian's like, hey, man, Deep Striking Eradicators. I was like...
Deep Striking Eradicators with a blade
with
wounds.
chafe wounds.
Yeah.
Like,
and the chafe wounds are like the most points effective wounds.
Right.
So it's good. So what do you think?
All right, so we're gonna use the warp. Was it the the deflail, the auto hitting on here. It's only 12-inch range, but it is auto hitting.
So you're gonna try to pop this boy with that.
That's an easy decision there, and I'm gonna put the star cannons into here to just start on this boy.
Start chipping it.
Yeah.
What if I changed your mind?
Okay, go for it.
Chad is insistent that I tell you only index units get Jink, which means assault bikes, the attack bike, and normal bikers, which I don't think you have any of.
I do have normal
all
bikers.
normal bikers?
This is a normal. The green are normal. The black are the other ones.
They do
None
not
of
have
those have Jink. Okay.
because they're just Space Marine units.
Good to know.
But I can pay to give them a 5-up. Because they're Ravenwing.
Right.
So, yeah. The heads up.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Those aren't value targets at the moment.
That doesn't really
which is
change
what you-
anything. Yeah.
They just really want me to.
I really appreciate
Yeah.
that though, because that will hopefully matter.
It'll matter later.
All right, so let's go. Let's do this. Deflail into the.
So how many shots is it?
It's flat 3.
Oh, okay.
Strength 12, so on 3s. Whoa.
Strength 12, so on 2s.
On 2s. Cool.
Great.
And then would be -4.
And then how much damage?
D6.
Oh, so you got me.
It would be
And that's
nice.
triple 5s. 2 5s.
Get out of here.
You
bad,
need to
man.
roll a 5-up.
So bad.
But he might do it.
Hoo-ja! Oh!
So it doesn't matter.
I'll take it.
I'm going to pop and kill those Dire Avengers.
Heck yeah, you are.
No, not today. You got it.
Oh gosh.
Just keeping the tension out.
Gosh.
This
You're
is
driving
it.
me crazy.
It doesn't
man.
even matter that my model died, as long as I tilted Adrian a bit.
I'm so tilted right now. Every time I'm just gonna stop asking about your rules because every time I ask, they get
If
better.
you ask about a rule
Yeah.
that you wish I don't have, it turns
Right.
out I have it.
Exactly. Exactly. I was like, you don't have. I do. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I don't have that, Bridger. Yes, he does actually. Chat. Oh, he also has this. All right. So here's the star cannons into this guy.
Let's do
This
it.
is -1 to hit. So this is on 4s. Nice.
You got it.
And then on 4s. And
Reroll one of them.
expert crafters. Nope. All right. So 1 invul.
All right.
No.
Fair enough. That would have been my
I know, right?
Jink's a pretty good rule, huh?
Pretty good. So we've got the Lynx next. It's so tempting because it is flat 3 against the bikes, but you also have a 4+ invuln
And the 6-up, feel no pain.
and the 6-up.
Yeah, the 6-up also offsets it a little bit.
So we're gonna take all the big shots into this
Try
point.
to finish off the Dark
Yep.
Talons.
And we're just gonna put everything in there
Yep.
because I have a star cannon, but like at that point. So this is hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s from the
So
off
this
target.
is Start Cannon and the big gun.
And big gun.
All
That's
right.
Let's do this.
Hitting on 4s. Okay.
2 misses. Actually, hold on. Rerolling
Technically,
1.
Yeah.
Rerolling
one
expert
extra roll.
crafters. Watcha. Okay.
Listen, that turned
Excellent.
that frown upside down.
Excellent. Strength only 9.
Okay.
So 3s. Oops. I'm like, toss of dice.
He's getting excited.
Okay. And then 1 more reroll.
Oh,
Roll.
okay. Now we're talking. How much damage is this?
Flat 3.
3, 6, 9, 12. So if I pass one of these, I live.
That's right.
What's the minus on this?
3.
Okay. So I would have had 6-ups.
This would be such good rend if.
I don't. But-
Yeah,
Do you want to CP it?
Yeah. How many CP do I have?
I do have a star cannon
you have 5.
and some Dire Avengers.
That's fine.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9. I have 2 wounds left.
Sounds good. Star cannon.
Can the Star Cannon do the business?
Watcha. I already used my reroll there. And then on a 4. Classic.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got 3 Dire Avengers. Gonna take the last wound. Here we go. Here we go. Here we
Last
go.
2
Here we
wins.
go.
I have 2 wins.
You have 2. Oh.
Because
Right.
there are 11 wins.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah. There's no way. Here we
Hitting
go.
on 4s.
On 4s.
This one's good hitting.
Expert crafters. Nope. And then 5s. Literally nothing. Here's 1 reroll.
1 reroll.
Just to make it worse. Yeah.
Just
What?
drop it in.
That sucks. All right.
My plane lives.
Don't they always? All right. That is literally all of my amazing shooting, killing 1 plane. And let's do this.
We got charges?
Charges.
Who are we gonna charge?
Good
So I'm
question.
gonna move these while you're thinking about that. I'm gonna move these little top things so people can see
Sounds good.
what's actually going on here. These are just kind of, they're giving light cover. None of us are infantry, so we're not like setting to defend or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like not a thing that matters.
Totally. All right. So we're gonna go into Talon Master and these bikes, and I'm just gonna stay outside of intervention range.
Okay.
Yep. Let's do it. Watcha. We're in.
Can't fail that one.
We are in. And so we're just gonna hop.
Yeah, he's just being careful with his placement because of the chapter master is right there, and he doesn't want that chapter master coming in with that burning blade.
Exactly.
But I do.
I'm gonna get slapped soon enough.
Can he get the last wound from my Talon Master?
Never. All right, let's see it. Yeah, that's it for charges. Let's do this.
Yeah, because you didn't want to charge. I was gonna say, oh, you could charge, but I'm like, no,
No,
never
thank you.
mind.
Okay, so
How
let's
are we
see.
allocating dem attacks?
That's
You've
the
got what?
question.
2 that can go against my bikes.
I've got 3 that can go against the bikes. These 3 right here.
Oh yeah, because you can
And
pilot.
this guy can go here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this guy goes. He's just models. So I can go 3 into the. I'll do 3 into the bikes. 3 into the Talon Master. He's T6. He said.
Yes.
Wish I didn't get rid of my Starlings.
Yeah, I know, right? That would one-shot him.
Yeah. I got
3 and 3?
I got to do 3 and 3 just to make sure I get.
I'll
get him.
spend the 1 CP on the 5-up in combat.
Okay.
Wait, is he a biker?
I'm not paying it on him. I'm putting it on the biker squad.
Ah, I see.
Let's do this.
This guy's dead. Like if I live, it's because I just got lucky.
I know. So here we go. This is the 6 attacks into your character.
Yep.
Wow, I'm not even rolling
Classic
yet.
Adrian.
Classic.
I love it.
On 3s.
On 3s.
Already. Oh. I'll use it here.
Yeah, I think you should actually.
And then I'm winning only
just
on
make
4s.
sure it happens.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you'll kill a bunch.
Classic.
Reroll one.
Reroll this one.
Okay. It's good that you got that. What's the AP?
Mine's 4.
4. Oh, so I have no save.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So I was dead either way. So do I explode? I don't know if it explodes actually, but anyways, he's dead. I will spend 2 to fight on death.
Yep. Well, first he finishes his.
Yeah. I will fight on death
on
in
3s, and then on 3s. Cool. 2 invulns.
2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And these are 2 damage.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't make any.
Yay.
So the first guy takes 2
2
damage, and then he takes another 1. So he exactly dies.
Perfect.
And then Brian fights on death.
Yeah. And killed it.
Right on death. So let me see. The Talonmaster, can you just tell me his close combat profile? Because I don't know if I have it here.
You betcha.
I know.
He has 3 attacks, strength.
So 4 attacks.
5
1,
with
2,
the power
3,
sword.
4. Yeah. Is it 1 damage? It's just normal power sword?
Well, yes, normal power.
Okay, so fighting on death was a horrible
But
idea.
you took the burning blade, didn't you?
No, that's on my captain.
Then this was a terrible idea, yeah.
This was a horrible idea. So, whatever, I'll do it. Here we are.
Let's do it.
Hitting on 2s. Winning on 3s.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, sorry, what was the thing?
This is -3. It's power sword.
-3. 6s. Yep. And then damage?
Just 1.
5s. Cool, perfect. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So 1 bike dies.
And I will be out of combat with your bikes now.
That is true.
That's a thing? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
And
Good
then,
talk.
so, which one? He dies.
Yeah, he's the one
like
that
this. Okay. And then, I pile in, and then I can withdraw.
What? Because if you pile in, then I fight.
No, I pile in closer to you, but I don't touch you.
I see. You're piling outside of an inch.
Yeah. And then I'm going to use withdraw, since apparently fly works, to go inside of this building.
Inside?
What?
That was an 8th edition rule.
I have fly. I ignore terrain.
No, it's not. It breach.
I ignore terrain.
I think that's an 8th edition.
I ignore verticality and go on the top roof.
You can do that, yeah.
Oh, I see.
You can be on the top, sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I got you.
Mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun. Withdraw.
Wait, do you need an Exarch to do that?
Oh, that's the Exarch ability. That
All right.
sucks.
Try and play this game.
Good call,
I
chat.
understand.
All right.
It's a cool trick they can do, though.
Yeah. That's me, man.
All right, it's going up.
Going up.
Let's do it.
What do we got?
How many Engagifies do you have?
What? Nothing. Because I'm within 6 of the center,
6
I
of
assume?
the center, right? Maybe. I think so.
I don't even know where this point is.
Alrighty then. You got 2 unit
Oh,
kills
wait,
for
this
grinding
is the
down.
center? So no, I'm not actually out of the center.
So then he's got 2 points for
I
it.
get 2 points. And then that's it.
Alright, let's go to Brian. Turn 2.
Sounds
So
good.
it's a barn burner of a brawl here.
I'm on...
My barn is definitely burning.
the barn is on fire. So I'm on 4 points.
Yep.
That's a lot of. That's 15 primary.
Let's play some Warhammer.
Sounds good.
All right. Back to super chat. Where I
Playing
like
a
to
little hover.
be.
Shocking.
Thank you, Anarchitty. Hey there, Titans. Finally got my first game, or my first ever game in. I now have a 3-5 record, only having lost with my Iron Hands to darn 2 wound Space Marines. I feel you.
Dang, 2-1 Space Marines.
I lose a lot to 2 wound Space Marines.
Aren't they playing Iron Hands or
Iron
Iron
Warriors.
Okay, I was like, that's... Curse those, not those firstborn.
3-5 for first games is impressive.
Really good.
I think I lost every game for like 3 months before
Oh, for sure.
I even like knew how to play.
Yeah.
Thanks, Omnissiah Sphinx. What do you think about the Relic Leviathan Dreadnought for Iron Hands, and what should the loadout be?
Great. It's just different, right? It's not like the centerpiece of your... I mean, it still kind of can be a centerpiece of your army, but it's just much cheaper, much more reliable. What loadout? Don't like storm cannons, man. They're real good. Flamers for sure, so you can fight out of combat. Would you guys put a claw on it, or would you keep it all shooty?
I would only take it as chaos. And
Iron Hands, though, you can make him a character and give him a claw.
I have PTSD from Iron Hands Leviathans, so I would never, because I still have not overcome the psychological strain I've experienced from Iron Hands Leviathans.
So good.
I charged Gilliman into a Leviathan at the time when Gilliman could kill like anything in the game. And he was like, nah, you don't do it, man. You'll just die. And you won't even get to, like...
Right.
I'll get free movement out of it.
Yeah.
And you just lose here. And I was like, no, it's Gilliman. More wounds. I'll kill your Leviathan. Yeah. No. I did like 1 damage and then healed it back. Felt unfair.
Oh, man.
So I would only take it as chaos. And that's why.
Yeah.
And I would take a claw. Yeah. I think the claws are good.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
He's a mid-board bully.
Right. Yeah.
They're not fast, but like I think that's their job. Thanks, Baxter. I'm playing against Tyranids as Grey Knights. Would you prioritize hordes of infantry or larger stuff like the Train Effects or the Trigon?
Can you give me that other bike?
Would I prioritize infantry over the big things like the Train Effects and the Trigon?
Tyranids against Grey Knights. Yeah.
Oh, against Grey Knights.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Make sure you if you're looking towards that matchup, definitely bring wounds that can be in front of your big beasties to soak up those mortals.
So you'd say a mix.
I would take a mix, honestly.
I think that's always the right answer.
It's
Especially here.
Yeah.
But I think always in 9th, you want a mix of like big stuff and little stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
What do they have the +1 to their save?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Thanks again, Baxter. If you had to choose 3 best and worst armies for 1,000-point games, what would you choose and why? 1,000 points is a totally different beast.
Hard to balance.
It's a very hard game.
I'd say Blood Angels are one of the strongest.
Yeah. This guy's move that fast on his bottom profile with hover.
20.
So that was 20.
Oh, so you're not hover. Wait, what?
Hover.
Hover moves 20.
Hover moves 20.
All the time.
Yep.
Can you just double check his stasis bomb rule?
Yeah.
I want to make sure it is only once per game.
Yeah, I wish I knew. The 1,000 points is so tough to balance. Best and worst.
I'd say Tau is probably the worst.
Tau is pretty bad because you can just touch them so much easier. It's tough because I'd say Blood Angels on one hand I think are really good for 1,000 points, but like if you watch our game, they actually had a really tough time because of the army build, right? So I feel like army build matters so much more than army matchups in those 1,000 points. Transports are really powerful. Guys if you have expensive units that can't necessarily take a punch, that always rely on like positioning, where there's less positioning on such a small board, I'd be wary of those. You kind of want more like utility picks, or if it is going to be an elite unit, make sure that they can take a punch and they're really durable. So
Stasis Bomb is once per game, and it has a cool, weird thing where after they're bombed, they can't fall back.
Yeah, I know.
Which didn't happen,
that's
but
cool.
It didn't happen, but if you bomb anything that doesn't have fly, or I think Titanic, it can't fall back.
That's awesome.
It's actually kind of cool. So I did a move. Let me just tell you my story.
Sounds good.
About what's happening.
Yeah, tell me how you're going to...
So we've got these bikers. They're going to try to kill this last boy.
Yep.
They're going to charge and try to take here and then pile in on the point. We've got this plane who's going to Hurricane Bolter these boys. And then his big gun, I don't know, maybe go up at one of these tanks or something, you know? What are you going to do? Then over here, we've got these bikes.
Yep.
They're going to put their bolters in at these troops over here.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just put their bolters up at one of these planes.
Sure.
And then there's a multi-melt in there, which will also go at one of these planes.
Oh. You're saying planes and then pointing at tanks.
Well, yeah, they're like, the Lynx used to fly, so sorry. We've got a heavy bolter back here who's just going to pop some shots at one of those big tanks. We've got another multi-melt over here, which if you want to just measure, I thought it was within 24, but I think we are going to be, 24 is a long way. So multi-melt up here, heavy bolters up here.
Yep.
We've got all the plasma in the middle here, which is going to go up at the planes as well. And then we're going to try to charge what's left of the these guys. If all goes well, you might have 2 models left.
I think that's very realistic.
Nah, you'll have at least 5.
Well, we would end the stream on time then.
On time?
We definitely will be ending the stream on time. This game, man.
It's not panning out. So we have a chapter master. So I did bring a free bike back. How does that feel? That's good, right?
That's great. I love it.
Why do they do that?
It's beautiful.
So
I think you mean apothecary.
The apothecary brought a bike back, And then
the Chapter Master.
did say Chapter
so the Chapter Master, the Chapter Master is giving rerolls to hit to this unit right here.
Cool. And you just do that, huh?
Yeah.
You don't have to cast guide or anything?
No, nothing. And then the banner is going to give +1 to hit in combat to them as well.
Cool.
So
sounds good, man.
Right.
I like it.
So let's play some Warhammer.
Let's do it.
We'll go here with the bolters at your lone boy.
Oh no.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? 1,
gonna live.
2.
He chooses life.
3.
Lightning fast.
4, and then the multi-melta going up at the Warp Hunter. So let's.
And where's that one? Oh, that guy.
Right there. Yeah.
I was like, where's the guy? Sounds good.
Multi-melta is just tucked into units.
It's so good.
Are great.
Yeah.
Especially when I can bring them back from the dead.
Yeah.
So here we are at 3s. And this is the tactical doctrine now. So he's got a mighty save.
Watcha! He's dead.
It was a good roll, actually.
He did have a 4+ invuln,
yeah,
but
it's not enough. The multi-melta, 2 shots. Are you going to lightning fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, yeah, go ahead.
So they both missed.
Oh!
That was actually the same thing that happened last time.
Only because of lightning fast, too.
Only because of lightning fast, yeah.
Is it a new turn?
No.
I already got one back. I rolled a 6.
You did it. So you did lightning fast on this one.
I did.
Okay.
He's like and bobbing and weaving.
So what we're going to do then is we're going to take all the plasma from this squad, or all the plasma from this squad, the one that doesn't reroll everything, and we're going to go up at the Lynx.
Sounds good, man.
Okay.
Let's do it.
2, 4. We'll have to do this 2 at a time because I could kill myself.
Good.
So I'm going to be hitting here on 3s, and I'm going to be rerolling 1s.
Cool.
Okay, 2 hits. Don't even hope. 2, 4. Oh, off the table.
With you though, like normally
6.
with people, I hope for them to like die to the plasma. With you, I'm just hoping that you just don't hit with everything.
At least 1 misses.
This is nuts.
That's 4. Well, last guy, I might miss. I missed.
You did miss.
I did miss.
That's insane.
3's to wound, but I don't have my reroll 1s to wound because he killed my poor Talonmaster. See, that would have been like 2 extra.
Brutal.
So these are your. So you have a 5-up involved base.
Correct.
Yeah.
Watcha!
Okay.
All right.
6 damage.
Sounds good.
Goes down to 10.
Looks good.
The next unit is going to, well, we'll go with the things that have very few choices. So we'll go with my multi-melta way back there.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I have spirit stones.
Ooh, yeah, you do.
Never leave home without them. 2,
Nice.
4, 6.
Can you take everything from the upgrade chart on these guys?
Yeah.
That's great. Have you ever done that before?
No, because it's not normally worth it.
No, but
although I did check, he does not have battle focus. So vectored engines, I guess it's still like interesting.
Yeah.
You'd be.
You're just shooting a -1. You can do all the same stuff. You just shoot a -1.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I still think it's interesting as an option.
I agree.
Anyways, carry on.
So here we go. We have the bolters going up at it, and then the multi-melta as well.
Cool.
So the bolters are going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. Space Marine bolters are actually truly scary when you roll like Brian.
Yeah, seriously.
So those are our AP1. 4 ups.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
And 6s. All right. Down to 7.
Okay, here's the multi-melta. Can the multi-melta just end it? 1 hit. 3 wounds. There it is.
Good. 5 up. Reroll.
Command point.
Nope.
And this is D6.
Sounds good.
So multi-melta is...
which one is it?
It's way back there, so it's not in 12, so it's just getting the plain old D6. So
keep it?
Yeah, 3's fine.
That's good. 6s? Oh! Denied.
Okay.
6.
Making me work for
Down
it.
on the 6.
It's so mean.
Oh gosh.
We'll take a break on him for a minute.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Let's go with my big boy here. My Dark Talon, who's barely alive. We're gonna put all the Hurricane Bolters into this 5-man squad.
Sounds good.
And then where to put the Rift Cannon? What do you think? Rift Cannon.
You tell me, Brian.
I don't know.
I'm just the guy that stands here.
I'll Rift Cannon your plane, I guess. Why not? So here's Rift Cannon.
Sounds good. The plane?
3 shots. I keep calling it a plane. But the
That's actually a good call because he has invuln. So.
Yeah. So here we are. I'm -2 to hit because I'm so degraded. So I'm basically hitting.
Well, you're not actually -2 to hit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You're hitting on 5s.
I'm hitting on 5s.
Yeah. Okay.
So 1 hit.
Okay.
3. Nope. Not worth rerolling the wound. I think I'll get you. Yeah. So here's a Hurricane Bolter. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24.
Let's do it.
This is hitting on 5s. A lot of dice. I thought those were all 5s, but they're all 4s.
Wow.
It's actually a lot of 4s. Okay, so 4 hits.
Yep.
2 wounds.
Oh, nailed it. First guy's out of cover. Whoops, out of cover. He lives. He dies.
Yeah. If only he had died, so his friend could have lived, you know?
I know.
All right, so we have the next unit of Dark Knights, Black Knights here. They're going to go up with their plasma. Can we get 100%? This is the one that rerolls everything.
Oh, dang. Here we go.
So I actually shouldn't be doing this. We'll go with the heavy bolter over there.
Okay.
It's only got 6 wounds, so we'll go with that. So 3 hits.
That's true.
5 wounds. So nothing.
Okay.
We'll go with these 2 heavy bolters.
Yep.
And I'll do them just one at a time, just in case. So nothing.
Yep.
Next one. 2 hits. Nothing. Okay. Never you mind. We'll go with the multi-melta, and we'll put all the chip bolters here.
Yep.
So here's the multi-melta. 2 hits.
Yep.
2 wounds.
Oh, 5 ups.
Jeez, the dude wants to live.
There's a little nice shield in there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
2, 3, 4. So I'm actually, the truth is I'm actually kind of running out of shots. Like what seemed like a sure thing is not so sure anymore. This is into the what is it?
I don't know.
The bikes.
The bikes, yeah.
Yeah.
The shining spears.
Shining spears, yeah. So forced wound. And these are -1 AP because of tactical doctrine.
That's cool. All right. So this is 4 ups because I'm going to protect. Really bad. And fortune. Whoa! Really good. So I still lose a bike.
Okay.
One guy was injured. Right.
Alrighty.
Go. This guy has lost a rider.
Right. So let's go with what the plasma that's remaining. And try to take this boy out. Okay.
Sounds good.
So first, if you remember here, I am re-rolling everything from Chapter Master. Yeah. Okay. 1 dead.
This is how we kill him.
It can happen.
So there's the second guy.
Yep.
Third guy. Fourth guy. Dead.
2 dead.
And 5th guy. Reroll them both. Okay. So 2 of them are going to go down.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to pull the 2. Yeah, 1 and 2. Oh, Sergeant. So we'll pull from this side. 1 and 2.
Cool.
And here's my hits.
Let's do it.
Winning on 3s.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Sounds good.
5 ups.
5s. All right. And this is 2 each. So this is 2 damage. So 5 more dice.
Oh, you know what's weird about plasma?
Yeah.
It can take you out of coherency and kill like the rest of your squad.
Yeah.
So we should actually randomize
6s.
which.
Oh, you should randomize. Yeah, I would charge.
Oh, we
after
should
though.
randomize. Yeah.
If I fail my charge, we'll randomize it.
Yeah. I don't know why I rolled 2 dice, but neither of them exploded, so he's dead.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It looks cool though.
It's a beautiful model.
Pretty sure that's all my weapons.
Cool.
So we've got some charges.
Yeah.
So we're gonna charge my 2 remaining bikes into this squad right here.
Sounds good.
Into your bikes.
I got CP to burn.
You're gonna Overwatch me?
Yeah, man.
I'd love to see it.
So I have 4 left. So here's and you have no one wounded?
No one wounded.
Okay,
Yeah.
so lances, nothing. And 16 bolter or
Got a bunch of shuriken
shots. Bolter shots.
That's the underslung shuriken.
Yeah. 6s. Oh, I will reroll one of the hits for the lance, by the way.
For sure. I gotcha.
Yeah. And then this one's on a 5. Ooh. -4 rend. So.
No save. Yeah.
Yes, and then rerolling the lance hit.
No, I do because I moved, so I have a 5 up in roll.
Cool.
So never mind.
Good talk. That's what, the worst part is when
when you think you got it, then you don't. I was like, I saw 5 up, and I was like, I failed, and I was like, wait, no, this army has 5 ups.
Good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Charge. Okay.
Cool.
Just right there. And I'm going to charge my captain in.
Yep.
With his burning blade. So burning. Just move them this way. Burning blade. Makes it. So we'll stick them in right there. And then we have this unit of bikes here. They will charge forward at the warriors there, or guardians, right?
Yep.
Unit of guardians there.
Sounds good.
So great. Let's go into them. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And we will put the apothecary. We'll put the apothecary into the Dire Avengers, or not Dire Avengers, the Guardians as well. I think that might be a fail.
Yeah.
So, and the banner will go into these guys over here, I guess.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Looks good.
Go for it.
All right.
So, over here, we'll charge here, which I don't think can be a fail. Ooh, they tried to fail. Great. And I don't know if I have any other charges. I think that's it.
Cool.
So it's time to fight.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna go with the captain first.
Yes.
Because he's the style pick with his burning blade. Because you have no involvement in combat.
Correct.
So my -5 is really gonna cut through you.
That's right.
All right. So we're a Space Marine captain. That's 4 attacks, +1 for anger charge, +1 for Imperium sword.
Yep.
Let's fight.
Good.
2s and 2s.
Yep.
I can't stand to have him fail any. But you're what, 4 in the squad? So I think I'll let it go.
Sounds good.
Oh.
Wow.
But that is still 4 in the squad.
Because you are what, strength 8?
Yeah, strength 8. -5 for 2 damage. Oh, but you have feel no pains.
Yep.
Oh, that's cute.
All right.
You don't have to be like that, Brian.
No, I thought they were all dead, but then they're not. Like, they'll be like two alive.
Whatcha! So it takes a wound. Kills a guy, so 1 dead. Takes a wound.
One more dead. Okay.
Cool deal. And beans.
All right. Any interrupts going on? I guess, yeah. If they're charged, they're not as good, right?
They are only strength 3, so they'll be winning you on 5.
Right, right.
But how many CP do I have?
1.
Go ahead.
All right. It's a good talk.
Yeah.
So we're going with the Dark Knights.
Cool deal.
The Black Knights here. Let's see.
Dark Templar.
They're not Templars.
The
I love.
Dark
We should all
Templars,
just come up with our own our names for them.
It took
So
me
it's
a
the Black
second
Knights.
even. I was like,
DT is a StarCraft thing.
So here we are, the Black Knights, and they're rerolling everything and getting +1 to hit. So all hits on 2s.
Yep.
And good. So they are Corvus Hammer, strength 5. Not rerolling ones though. So there we are. These are only -1.
That's right. So 4 ups. Cool.
And 2 damage
and
each.
2 damage, right? So lives.
Perfectly good.
And dies.
So 1 dies. You're gonna pull the one.
That is
So
in range.
yep, nothing I can do there. He'll just pile in just to get a little closer. But
Sounds good.
nothing you can do there. And then the 5 Guardians. Do you want me to roll it
I
out?
will remove them.
Okay. And I'll stay put because I can't pile in any closer.
Yep.
And now it's your fight back with the lone bike
Oh, you can get it now. 2 attacks. Whatcha!
against my bike unit or
That's
against the captain.
Your captain's not touching right now.
Oh,
so.
that's true. No
2
fun.
hits?
You could have piled in.
Could I?
Just
though?
messing with
All right.
wound.
I need 5, so on. Reroll. 2 wounds. -4.
Oh,
So,
so you got it.
Yeah.
No.
For what that's worth, man. I'll take it.
It's worth.
Yeah.
It's a bite.
Gosh.
For how many dead I have, it counts.
Well,
You just.
Brian, you killed 2 of your own, though.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's the 3rd model you've killed.
Yep. Pretty good.
good?
Space Marine.
So,
Yep.
So,
is that your turn?
yeah, I think I'll have to call it there.
Sounds good.
All right, let's score.
Good stuff.
Score your
All right.
turn.
Bum, bum,
You
ba-da.
engage on every front, right?
I'm in a few fronts.
Did you fall
Yeah.
back?
No, not that I'm aware of.
All right, it's another 4 with the moment points. But you haven't killed any psychers, though, right?
No, and if he stays at the top of the building, then I won't kill him.
Cool.
I mean,
Well, I guess I shoot.
you're
them.
just gonna shoot them after you kill the Warp Hunter,
That's true.
and these guys are dead too.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Adrian, do you score any primaries here?
I do. I am holding 1 objective.
Oh,
I get
but
5
That
points.
is-
Got it
0
now.
points.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do.
It's actually 0 points. for
Oh,
the
that's
one.
right. Yeah. So this is leadership.
It's even
over here.
worse.
Yeah.
This is a game where like
2, 4.
we say a thing and then a second later it's 1,000 times worse.
I know. I
and
know.
it's just kept happening. It's
It's
like,
so bad.
oh, that's bad. 5 points is bad. But you know what's worse?
0 points.
Adrian, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
This is what happens when Adrian tries unique things. It's like,
well,
hey,
it's already like Craftworld Eldar versus Space Marines,
which is a
it's
bad
like you
match.
have to play the game of your life, and then it's like, let me bring silly stuff, and it's like
The funny thing
there's
is,
literally no
this army,
competition.
this Ravenwing army, I don't think, like, seeing the way it's playing right now, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It used to be awful. right?
Sure.
And I had no, but this is the first time I've actually seen it on the table.
Yeah.
And they look like little dinky bike units. That's in my mind. They're still like that.
Yeah.
They're still like these little like they don't have any attacks or AP or whatever.
Right.
But no, they have everything.
No, like I said, they definitely got more powerful throughout the game.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time we
got more abilities. So
they have too many abilities now.
It
do
is
you look at their data sheets?
insane.
The data sheets are massive.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
And speed is the thing that honestly Space Marines normally don't have.
Right.
So this even shores up one of those weaknesses.
Right. And it's like, oh, okay, like Terminators are, transhuman, whatever. These guys are all toughness 5.
Yeah.
And moving fast. And still hitting hard.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And they have invulns.
And yeah,
no
exactly.
And the shooting is respectable and everything's great.
The shooting is amazing.
Yeah. It's it's tough to stop.
You're rerolling the ones, which is all you need for the plasma.
Yeah.
Wherever you really need it. And so losing Chapter Master doesn't really hurt them that much. So you still have that much more DACA coming in.
I agree. And honestly imagine like if you wanted to make this list actually competitive, you drop 420 points, you drop both these planes.
Yeah.
Like they're cool. But they're not worth the points.
No, yeah.
So you drop 420 points and you put it into more of this.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you make these you take the Primaris bikes.
Real good.
Which 3 units of those are only like 130 points apiece.
And those gain
the Ravenwing.
But not Jink.
But not Jink?
But not Jink, okay.
They do not get Jink.
Only the
index
things in the index.
Only the things in the index, yeah.
But when they get a codex,
I was gonna say
everything's gonna have Jink.
Do we expect oh gosh.
I don't know. I would hope that all their bikes get Jink but I would hope
would you though, Brian?
Why would you?
I hope they balance it, but I hope that they don't make them second class.
So Jink should go to a 6-up invul and 5-up if you advance.
I think that sounds already very great.
It sounds amazing already.
Yeah. That sounds
good.
fine.
All right, Adrian, are we
I mean, I can shoot some stuff, I guess.
Like my plane will die
It's up to you.
or a few bikers will die.
Yeah. Everyone has invulns anyways.
Yeah, so the plane dies, it's at 2 wounds.
Yeah.
And then on the next turn, your plane lives.
The plane lives.
But everything else dies.
I engage.
Yeah.
And I'll scramble.
So you're telling me to press this button?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
This is,
all right.
This is a foregone conclusion. Game.
Space Marines.
Was a game. We rolled dice.
Yeah.
Jeez, slow as always.
Strong army.
Really brutal. So fast. So I mean, everything we just said.
Yeah.
Just devastating.
Yeah, and this is again, if you haven't seen these armies in a while, this would have been shocking because this would have been like the fluffy player coming to the local tournament. You know what I mean?
Like,
being
oh,
silly.
you got Greenwing. That's cute.
Yeah, it's like, but now this is like downright oppressive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even in deployment, like I was deploying and it was like, I got some bikers, whatever. Yeah. As soon as I did the first turn, where it was like, okay, I'm here.
Right.
Wait, you can't do anything about that.
That's what.
And then as soon as I was like up the board, I was like, this is gonna be bad.
I right before the game, I was like, this is
like it was not feeling. It was feeling off.
Like you can kill all of my vehicles and reach everywhere. And I was like, better reserve those things because even if they were on the table, you could have done everything you did still to them.
Potentially,
I think everything was here. So no matter where I'm at, you're still doing your thing.
I only shoot 18 with the plasma.
But you're in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
And it's only 30 across or whatever.
You're right. Yeah.
You know, so it is so hard to hide from, even with obscuring terrain, things like that. The maneuverability, right? Because obscuring is great, but if you can get around it, right?
Totally.
Then
let's
so
imagine.
Powerful.
Let's imagine 100% of your army was hidden turn 1. It still wouldn't have changed this game. Like even if they were on the board, you would have had a bit more shooting, but would it have actually even impacted it that much? Because in the turn that you did shoot, we killed 1 plane.
A plane. That was it.
You know what I mean? And that wouldn't have been enough to slow anything down. Yeah. Right?
No, absolutely. Brutal.
So we definitely saw the effectiveness. The 4-ups, just the 3 wounds, plus the 4-ups, plus the feel no pain, plus I bring models back, and I heal models. So it's like, hey, you took 1 down to 1, it goes back up. And if you heal 2 separate squads, I healed 2 squads with the Apothecary.
That's right.
It rarely comes up because they're so hard to wound. Yeah. But I could have been like, 2 wounds over there, 2 wounds over there, 3 wound res. It's like that undid most of your turn. You work so hard to get
It's really good in this list where you have all these bikes jumping around. And like I said, you're rerolling the ones in your plasma.
Yeah.
In the off chance that you do actually fail it, cool, you're like, failed one here, res, whatever.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And it didn't come up, but even they had OPSEC.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That didn't even come up as an ability, but it could have. Mattered a lot, right? The multi-melters all basically shot once, but we saw just, you pay, 10 points for multi-melter?
Yeah.
on one of these attack bikes.
Yeah.
That's mega cheap. And when they're buried in one of these bike squads, it's really hard to get to them.
Right.
And they're also not valuable enough for you to like put the trouble in to get to the multi-melta.
Right.
It's really tricky.
It's also, I will say, because this thing is ongoing, it was another trend, or it was a game where neither of us wanted to go first.
That's true.
It was a huge, well, I don't say huge disadvantage because I don't want to seem like I'm complaining too much, but like, you know, going first was so big.
It sucked.
I wanted to have you come forwards and then react.
Yeah.
But instead I had to kind of not do anything and kind of overexpose just to make up for
just to even get on
that,
the point.
Right? So, you know, again, I do think generally there's a first turn advantage, but it's cool to see these games where it's like, actually, we both kind of want to give this up.
That's right.
And the other person's kind of like just twiddling their thumbs for a turn. So I think that's interesting.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. Exactly.
But in the hold 2s, hold 2, hold 3, if you go first, you have to put yourself out there or you might get 0 points.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
And that's the problem. Like normally you could have just chosen to stay hidden. I'm on a point. I'll take 5.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But in this one, you literally had to go somewhere with something heavy.
Yep.
So that you could at least score any primary.
Any points at all. And that's a classic, you know, Craftworld problem right here, right? Is they don't want to get out on the points and just sit there. And so on these missions where you hold 2, hold 3, it's like really tough. So it doubles down on their weaknesses, which hopefully in the new codex we see improvements to that.
And it's not that I had a lot of points or a lot of tough stuff on the points. It's that I was so threat saturated that there was no way you could afford to put.
Well, the combination of things, yeah. And each of these is like, each of these attack bikes, for example, 4 wounds.
8 wounds. Yeah,
tough,
T5.
Tough, yeah, exactly. You have some of them are in groups, I think, but some of them are.
These two are individuals.
Right, so that's
they even kill your efficiency.
Really tough things to go into, and you know things like the Lynx. Again,
it's one big gun.
It's one big gun.
But I think the Lynx. I still rate it pretty good. These are.
It's high in a category that I don't value.
That's right.
I don't value Crimson Hunter Exarchs.
It's not an Adrian style model.
I don't think it's a good like. You don't see this winning tournaments. You see, or even doing well at tournaments. You see small Shining Spear squads doing well at tournaments. You see,
and that's a very
my
Adrian
style
way to play.
in 9th edition. The other style I think is cool, but I just don't think it plays 9th edition.
Your other list would have played this game a lot better.
Yeah,
because
totally.
at the very least, you could have been like, "Hey, I have a Shining Spear unit here. They are even threatening that back.
Right.
And Shining Spears can get in here and dig out 2 attack bikes.
Right, exactly. And you kill them, it doesn't matter. Here, it's like, all right, I got to stand here. You killed 3 of them just in the first turn shooting, and then now I'm like, oh, I'm going in, but I have no XR. I'm kind of weak. I can't do anything. So yeah, I totally agree.
And the big squads, even though you get the buffs, it also gives me the efficiency of just dumping everything into it. Right?
Very well said.
They're impossible to hide.
You can't hide them.
Right? Whereas those small squads, you can get them back here and you can hide them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just some thoughts. Yeah.
I'm impressed with the Ravenwing.
Yeah.
I think this is a really cool. If you're a Dark Angels player,
be excited.
I would consider collecting a full Ravenwing. I'm really into it.
Yeah, they're really cool.
This is cool. I'm building a lot of bikes for my White Scars right now.
Right.
And I'm excited to see them.
Yeah.
But they're not this. Like the advance and charge on them is good, but you don't. This is better. Right? Like if all my bikes had invulns, I think that's definitely better.
It's so nuts.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons we rate them so highly. Was not just the transhuman, but like they all got so many of these traits.
Well, you don't have to be religious about it. You could still splash in 1 unit of Terminators, and then do the 6-inch deep strike.
Yeah. This was a fluffy list.
Like keep in mind again, you take out 420 points.
Yeah.
300 is a massive squad of the Deathwing Knights.
Yeah.
And then they're teleporting in off any of these bike squads.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Really cool.
So strong. So, yeah.
Definitely something to be excited about. And these are such gorgeous models. I love just seeing them on the table.
They
doing well. That's the thing, right?
Exactly.
So super, super cool.
Wow. Well, what a cool game. Yeah. Never had any thought that it would go that fast, but I think we both got wide-eyed and we saw that it was going.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is bad.
We've got another strong army, I think, in our next game, right?
That's right.
But we don't know the matchup yet. I think we're going to pick something a little tougher for it.
We should.
So on Saturday, we got the White Scars.
Yeah.
And we haven't put them on the channel for a while.
No.
I'm excited to see them. They're a really tough nut. They're a strong army.
They're real strong.
So we're gonna find some, but they have the way I have it built right now.
Yeah.
They have no shooting, which is a weakness.
Right.
But they get up in your face real fast.
That's right.
So it's like, cool, you had 1 shooting phase. Hope you made good use of it. But we'll find an opponent that would be a hard match for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready for another challenge.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. Bridger, why don't you take us into the Q&A?
Let's do some Q&A. Thanks, Miko. Bridger, I need your expertise where Brian and Adrian are sorely lacking. Just got a Taco Bell near me. Never had it before. What's your ideal meal?
Okay.
Oh, here. Let's hear it.
All right. So lately, I've been getting 3 Crunchy Taco Supremes and a Burrito Supreme.
So here's the thing. There's a couple rules to eating at Taco Bell.
Okay.
1, you have to order way more than is appropriate for any human to eat.
This is true.
Right?
Yep.
Listen, where I grew up in like in Canada, if you went one town over from where I lived outside of Toronto, the Taco Bells would sell you 40 soft-shelled tacos for $20 Canadian.
Yeah, what?
That's like $5 US.
What are they thinking?
So, like,
it's not even a food.
This is the kind of thing they
sawdust.
expect. This is the kind of thing they expect you to do at Taco Bell.
That's true.
And when I was like, let's say you've got a few dollars, you need to save at least 50% of those dollars for Pokemon cards.
Right.
You got to eat. So it's like you and your friend are like, yo, you wanna have 20 tacos each? It's like, all right. That's how you have to eat Taco Bell.
This is true.
And then buy your Pokemon cards with the rest.
That's right. Well, the other rule is as soon as you go in, you got to know where the exit is, where the bathroom is, before you sit down. It's really important.
It's a rule. They have it marked clearly.
They do.
Everywhere.
2 kinds of exits.
In Canada, if you're in Canada, maybe in other places too, they make a thing called Fries Supreme. They do not make it in the US. And I came to Taco Bell when I first came to the US. And I was like, hey, yeah, let me get one of those Fries Supreme. And they're like, sir, we don't have fries. And I'm like, look on your menu. It's called Fries Supreme. It's like the most popular thing on the menu in Canada.
What is it?
It's fries with taco on it.
Oh.
It's like fries with like everything that's in a Taco Supreme on top of French fries.
Like a Mexican animal style fries.
Sure.
They did nacho fries in the US for a while. And it's like half of that.
Yeah, well, the Canadian version was crazy. This was like the only reason Taco Bell existed in Canada was for this. This was almost, it was like a wild poutine. You know what I mean? It was
nacho fries are good. They're only half of that, and they're good.
So, anyways, that was really popular, and I was incredulous. Like, I was sitting there, like, what are you talking about? Show me this menu.
Right.
Where's everything? Okay, what are you talking about?
Try to tell them that their menu's wrong.
Because I had no idea.
Let me show you.
Well, that's like going to another country, like going to McDonald's, trying to order a Big Mac, and they're like, "We don't serve those here."
Except
like,
every country serves a Big Mac. You're crazy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like you went
Taco
Bell.
Oh, you expected
the classic.
Your item at Taco Bell, they didn't have it.
So, anyways,
tragic.
That's I will never. I just don't want Taco Bell.
I'll remember that next time I go to a different country.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
So this is the Taco Bell show. Thanks for joining us.
We really need to get a sponsorship from them.
That's
right. Oh, but Taco Bell, if you're out there, sponsor us.
No, you got so excited about that.
You could just give me free food.
I don't think our insurance covers refrigerating that much Taco Bell.
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks, Donovan. With the Necron's elite slot being so competitive, what are your suggestions for the best elites for any size game? Obviously, only the hex mark, right?
Obviously.
Clearly.
I have a hex mark getting painted right now.
You actually got a hex mark.
I bought it and it's being painted. It's a cool model.
It's a cool model.
Horrible rules.
I would just take him and use him as like a killer morph.
You know what I'm assuming? He's so bad that I'll put him on my shelf and he's going to be the best next edition.
Oh, yeah. That is how it works.
That is how it works.
Yeah, just wait for 10th
He appreciates.
edition, for sure. Elite slots.
I like the Lich Guard.
Lich Guard are great. I like spiders, but they always die for me, but they are technically good.
They never do that much for you.
No, they don't. But they are technically good. Like what they do for points, buff-wise and killing-wise. But in theory, I think that's one of the things everyone's like, man, all those spiders.
I never ran out of fast attack slots. Or sorry, elite slots. I always run out of fast attack.
Same here.
And I run out of HQ.
I would take my elites and just swap them for fast attack.
Yeah.
Like, cool. Give me 3x9 scarabs.
Because it's the scarabs just eat you up right there. And then if you want wraiths, you want tomb blades, you want any of these things. Even Praetorian's elite, I think they are, but they have jump packs, so I don't know.
Praetorians are elite. So that's why, because normally we take. Yeah.
What about the flayed ones? What are they? They're fast attack as well, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So it's too many things with fast attack. That's the slot that's contested.
Yeah, I think because of the way that we build our lists, we generally have like one of those. Like you'll have one Praetorian guard or Lich guard or things like that. We're not generally running like a bunch.
Yeah, and you get 6 slots in a battalion.
Yeah.
So you never run out. Like, cool, you have a Scorpec Destroyer unit, but you just have one.
You really Cryptek should be elite.
Should be elites. But if I could request one change to the book, I actually would start with that because I hate that.
Well, because Space Marines get it and it's so perfect. Death Guard have it perfectly designed where there's all the support characters. They're elites. Like, yes, that's it.
I would actually, that would be probably one of the first changes. It's a huge pet peeve of mine. The other one would be that you don't need to be within 6 inches of a character to get your protocols.
Or need nobles in the list.
Or need a noble. So none of that. You just get protocols. And then number 3, I would make Praetorian Square. Moving on.
All right. Thanks, ads. Hey guys, loving the channel. Me and my bro have both joined. Will you be doing some more technical content in the future or somehow looking at tournaments?
Welcome. We don't do tournament analysis if that's what you're asking, but when the world resumes, we'll definitely be playing tournaments and we'll be doing. We'll talk about them.
We'll
for
talk
sure.
about metas. We'll be showing tactics,
and we'll do coverage of GTs that we go to.
Yeah, that's right. Probably that'll be mostly only for our members,
Sure.
where we'll do like behind the scenes of us at tournaments and things like that.
Yep.
But yeah, we obviously love competitive play. We love getting out to these events. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
So excited for that. But we will be doing more tactics videos.
That's coming up.
We've been a little swamped just keeping up with the book releases right now, but we're gonna get to it
for sure.
Thanks again, Miko. Gone a bit crazy with donos today. Thoughts on veteran assault intercessors? 3 points for an extra attack. Also, what's the best loadout on Inceptors and how would you use them?
I think it's super interesting now that we can give them OBSEC back, because that was always the thing. You're like, oh, even just veteran intercessors before, it was like cool, but they're not, they're elite slots. But now you can give them OBSEC, get rid of that. So you are paying a bit more. I wouldn't do it to every, instead of all.
I would only do it once.
Yeah, one hammer squad. I think that's interesting.
So you can do veteran intercessors, but you can't. There's no veteran assault intercessors. There's only veteran intercessors.
Well, but veteran intercessors can take the assault intercessor loadout.
Can they?
Yes.
So
you just can't double. But you can't double fight then.
Right.
That
so they lose double fight. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it works.
It's okay. I wouldn't jump to it because you already have enough attacks. That's not the thing the army's lacking, is a unit with more attacks. It's rarely a thing. And now what you're saying is you have to take the warlord trait or relic, and you have to be near them to give them OBSEC.
I'm sorry, have to take the warlord trait that you're going to take every game?
Yeah,
no, but
exactly.
it means that they have to be tied together. Which isn't necessary. If you just had an intercessor squad, like an assault intercessor squad, it's still going to have enough text to get the job done most of the time.
Not in all chapters, though.
Fair enough.
With white scars for sure. But I could see a lot of chapters wanting a 10-man blob. Chapter master,
just go real hard.
Make them OBSEC, just come up and just be that scary.
Give an excuse to paint those helmets white. I like
it. I might do it just for squad marking.
And there was a loadout for
Inceptors.
Oh, is it plasma or bolter?
So they're both good for different reasons, right?
I tried to put plasma inceptors in this list, but they just weren't. They weren't Ravenwing, so I had to cut them.
That's right. That's right. But they are good. They are doing well with just the ridiculous amount of DACA they can put out there. It's very flexible. Those, speaking of tournaments, have been doing well in tournaments. And then the other build is the Adrian build, where you give them heavy bolters and they score, engage on all fronts. Cheap. They're cheap, flexible units.
I like the heavy bolter version personally because I don't love. Anytime you've got an overcharged plasma next to a not reroll one, it's not amazing, right?
I think you have to play them more central. Yeah. In that case.
The next time we play some Blood Angels, I'll bring a bunch of Inceptors. We can see how they do.
I have a question.
That's not how they're played, actually. They come down in the corner and clear an objective, and then hold that objective for the rest of the game, because they're not worth shooting. That's what they do.
They're more worth shooting with plasma.
Yeah.
But the plasma is just to get the job done at all.
Right.
Because they have the AP.
Right.
Yeah.
The problem is you have AP3 on the plasma, but you have AP2 in Tactical Doctrine on the Heavy Bolter variant, which is still excellent AP.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying plasma doesn't go up to 4?
But you don't. What I'm saying is it's too you don't necessarily need it. I'm saying most of the time it's fine. You're getting the job done. They're both good. They're both fine.
The goal of the plasma is to clear an objective. Either there's chaff on it, you don't overcharge, and you just obliterate the chaff.
Yeah.
Or if there's something tougher on it, you overcharge, you obliterate that.
Yeah.
It just takes you pick an objective on the board and you take it, and that's what that unit does.
No,
I'm down. It's fine.
I buy it.
They're both great.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand why they do the plasma, and it's only 5 points more for the plasma.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
And that's 2d3 plasma shots.
Cool. Thanks, Matthew. Why are most Archangels lists I see purely Deathwatch purely Deathwing or Ravenwing? I don't see many lists that play all 3 wings, despite in my experience of being more flexible.
Isn't the 3 wings is probably not the easiest, is it?
Well, it doesn't cost you. You don't lose anything by being all 3.
Yeah, but you're spreading out your buffs.
That's right.
I think 2 wings is really strong.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think that people do 1 wing because, especially now, because it's viable and it's fun.
They want to.
It's actually cool.
Yeah.
I like the idea of all Ravenwing. I think it has a lot of personality. And now that it's viable, I'll take that. But as we were describing before, if you drop the planes, put in the Terminators, it's a better list.
It's really good.
And the Terminators are good enough that they can operate without character support. But generally, you don't get all the buffs. There's certain people that only buff other people. So if you took one of the named characters like Belial or Samael or whatever, they only help their own people. But if I take a normal captain, it helps everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And even the Ravenwing Apothecary, I think, helps out all unit types.
I do think the strongest Dark Angels list will be a mix.
Yeah, of course. But mono builds are fun.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
they're easy to put together because this is what I do well. This is how I stack my buffs.
Yeah,
it's true.
Cool.
Agreed.
Thanks, Beamer. What's your favorite elite army in 9th? Want to start my second army after collecting guard, but not a fan of custodies.
Oh.
Get out.
That's
it.
That was
Questions done.
Favorite elite army. What's your favorite elite army?
Harlequins.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I play lots of bikes. I don't do the 80 players, 80 troops.
What's my favorite elite army? You know what's pretty elite that I have favorite though? I just like it.
You can't say Tau just because they're overpriced and expensive.
I'm not. They're not my favorite. I'm very sad about them. Admech. Admech is a surprisingly elite army. Especially the way I play it.
It can be, yeah.
And I think they're really surprising sometimes, like the way the way they play. I haven't put them on the table for a while, so I'm excited to get them soon.
Yeah, just like take 9 Castellan robots and then I have no more points. So.
That's right. Every time, so 9 Castellan robots is super oppressive and mean, and you'll win most of your games. Every time we put that many Castellans, we build either terrain or a matchup that's like one of their worst nightmares.
Yeah.
So we've neutered them a lot. So we've given you the wrong impression of how good they are. But if you took them to like a regular tournament, majority of your matchups would have no good answer to them. They're really, really hard to stop.
In the wild, they're really scary.
They're really, really scary in the wild. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Thunder King. Listen to Bridgers say that Welsh place. Now there's a tiny Zangor on my disc asking me if I want to know a secret. What do I do?
Yeah, I know. Right?
Both times they did sound like summoning rituals.
We Tuesday we had our demon game.
That's right.
And we just started.
We had our members only game on Tuesday.
Exactly. You're welcome, my brothers. But that was actually the full name of the demon.
That's right.
We couldn't say at the time.
Thanks, Keen. Always checking out your battle reports and love them. Been playing lots of Crusade, looking to ramp into a full army.
Nice.
Should I go Ynnari or Dark Angels?
Oh, those are two very different things. Dark Angels.
Ynnari.
I would go Ynnari.
I would go Dark Angels. I think the Ynnari rules are not fun.
No, they're cool and they're gonna be fun, Brian.
They'll be fun one day and go back to it when they print new rules for them. I think the rules for them are not even interesting. I don't have fun with them.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of fun with the Ynnari. Truth be told, I like elves, so that's
yeah.
Dark Angels is probably the correct answer, but
it's a great time to be a Dark Angels player. There's a lot of new models with cloaks and tabards, and they're awesome on the table. Everything in the book is viable. We've got a codex probably dropping soon.
I would be so excited for the book if I was Dark Angels player.
I hope it's dropping soon. Wouldn't it be such a head fake if it comes like a year from now?
I'm honestly not holding my breath.
Yeah, but even if it came a year from now, your index is
amazing.
It's good.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Thanks, Matt. Hey guys, should I paint my main Death Guard armor red, black, or Strachan green? Love the classic design, but off colors could be fun. Thanks for the great content and all the hard work you put in.
Yeah, I'm down. I like doing the different colors, honestly.
Ooh, out of those three, so red, black, or green?
I'm so torn.
I have strong opinions.
I was gonna say red because it's so different.
Why not OG white?
Well,
it's cream. It's not white. It's cream.
It's cream.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah. So I'd say black.
Is it eggshell?
Make them black with like a nice orange rust.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so if you do them black, put the real work into the trade.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the one thing is about them, if you look at the body of the armor, it's very detailed.
Yeah.
Lots of pockmarks and things like that. Where black isn't going to bring that out as nicely as some of your other colors.
Because you can't just wash black. It's not going to show.
Yeah, so you can wash black, of course. Yeah.
That's another lesson.
That's a lesson. But yeah, I was actually saying anything but black because I think the models are so detailed that black does them a tiny disservice. But red is not right for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the green.
You're such a traditionalist.
Well, like black is Black Legion, and you would look at that and be like, "Why am I playing?"
No, so black is actually the Gloaming Lords.
Yeah, there is a black
Guard,
that's right now.
Victorium, which I don't know why they call them plague companies because it was originally Victoriums. But anyways, yeah, they're black in black armor. But if you do like orange rust and like scratches on them, it's like it could be good. Could be. So they actually have a color scheme.
White.
That's not what they said. Every once in a while, they're like, should I have apple or cherry? And Bridget's like, banana. Or he's like, Taco Bell. Like, that was not the question.
This black here?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like a rust. So there's
see what they do? They have this really orangish sort of rust on it that brings out
So if you
details.
look in the book, I'm on page 113 of your codex, for those of you keeping track at home. I have a digital codex, so it might not be the same. There is a whole one. They do black and green with orange. And it's very Halloween-y. and it's kind of rad.
Well, and they do bronze trim, which is really nice.
And they've done the blue oxidization on the black.
Right.
So it's like the black is actually a metal that's rusting. It's kind of rad.
Exactly.
All right, I'm into it.
Okay then, thanks, Jeroma. Brian be like, look at me, I'm the Eldar now.
I know. He wasn't even tricksy about it. He was just like,
I'm the everyone runs up in bones, and
That's what I would do.
This is a very Bridger. All the Dark Angel stuff. I'm just saying.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Nope.
Where's Martin, by the way? We haven't heard from Martin. Someone should check in on him.
I wonder if he's allowed by his bank to use
he
Super
probably
Chat.
You got shut down.
Oh man.
Thanks, Bad Axe. Hey Titans, going to an event Saturday. Novak Krons with TSK. Don't know what that is.
Silent King.
10 Praetorians, 10 Lich Guard, and 5 Scorpec with Chaff. Any matchups to worry about?
Yeah, shooting matchups.
Shooting for sure.
Your army could get shot like crazy.
Yeah.
And you listen, that army's great.
Yeah.
But that army's gonna have bad matchups for reals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Watch out for Castellan robots.
True. That army's gonna have bad matchups because you've got these big units. They're not actually the tankiest units in there. So your reanimation isn't as effective as it is with warriors. And so if people focus your combat units down, they do go down and they don't get back up.
Right.
And everyone will avoid your death ball. So if you ball up too much, they'll just avoid it.
Yeah, that's good advice. Make sure you don't ball up too much.
Like give up the efficiency and spread out. Watch out for those shooting matches.
Watch out, this turn one especially, because you can keep him obscured the first turn.
Yeah,
it's after that when he moves out. I know he can be here and be like.
And he does have fly, so he goes over the wall.
Yeah,
but he's slow.
Yeah, he's like 8.
Yeah.
Well, that won't get him through a building that size.
You can advance him because you could just give up his 2 shots and keep him up with the other units.
He's like a 4-inch base. It's a 4-inch thing.
It's close.
Checks out.
It's close.
I just made up the math. That works. So
we didn't measure anything there. I don't know. Thanks, Kieran.
That's how we debate here.
That's how we do it.
Thanks, Kieran. Me again. What changes would you make to the Storm Surge to make it more viable outside of a detachment? Cheaper, new purpose, lose wounds to be.
No battle
suit.
No. So let me tell you about the Storm Surge real quick.
Yeah.
It needs a bunch of things. One, almost all these Lord of Wars, they can't have this 3 CP tax. It's ridiculous.
No, it's ridiculous.
It takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
So, because they're already terrible most of the time, because they're all the eggs in one basket. It's not a 9th edition way to play. If you thought 210-point Lynx was a liability, wait till you bring any other Lord of War that's better. You know, so that's a problem. The 3 CP. Number 2, for a huge gunboat, it is not scary at all. Like literally a Riptide is more consistent output than it. It needs to shoot better. Its mega cannon needs to be just terrifying, and it sucks. Yeah. It's so terrible. And you know, its big chest missiles, they need to be a little better too. So better output, no 3 CP, and then I can even see it getting more expensive and more wounds. I think it's only at like 18 or something. It's the size of a knight. And the Tau stuff is actually supposed to be like tougher pound by pound in many ways, and so I could see it even being like a 26 wound knight, like a Dominus class 28 wound knight. Take its points up, make its output, make it a beast.
Right.
Then I'm into it. That's what I want. I've always wanted that for it.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. Thanks, Joseph. Nope. Thanks, Damien. While I cook dinner and your GOT tanks are 30-ish miles away from you, I'm curious. How do you stay sane when facing Space Marines like this? Drives me insane.
This was insanity, right?
This is pretty insane. I mean, you just kind of
laugh it off.
You just laugh it off every day.
You pretend you're in a Space Marine novel.
Yeah.
And this is what would have happened anyways.
Which is also a thing, by the way, too. With many of my armies, I'll be like, I'm find a book about my army. But I can only find them in books about Imperial people fighting them.
Where they're like getting wrecked?
Yeah, it's so sad. So you take it as a challenge, right? So for example, Saturday, very likely, I will be fighting against amazing Space Marines again.
Yep.
And we're just at this point in the game right now where many of my armies are not Space Marines, and so it's a challenge, and it's kind of that fun thing. And if you win, it's like, oh my gosh, you win, and we won.
And even if you made it a close game, that's a huge victory.
Exactly, exactly. So you look for those moments of like, well, I feel good about doing this play or this thing, and eventually the game will readjust and rebalance, and then your skill will still be there. So laugh it off. Look for these little challenges.
Normally, we work to make the armies balanced. The problem with both the White Scars and the Dark Angels, this was literally every model we have for Ravenwing.
This is true.
We had there was no choices I could have. Funny enough, I put everything out of the case on the table.
Right.
And it was 1,940 points. And then I was like, okay, Chapter Master, you know, like, now that Chapter Command is cheaper, it's like, okay, this fits. And so we had no ways to tech this down. Yeah. Same with the White Scars. We literally have maybe a 2,010 point list, or
that's right.
You know, so it's like we don't have a lot of movement right now. Or I think that's what we could do. Space Marines are still very strong.
Yeah.
But you could try and tone it down.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Thanks, Joseph. Fire Warriors with Pulse Rifles versus Skitarii Rangers with Galvanic Rifles.
Ooh.
Both units are 9 points per model.
Yep.
P.S. Brian can't say he would take Breachers.
So which one would I take out of the two?
I think so. But this is not a fair comparison.
The AdMech I would take. The AdMech hit on threes.
It's not a reasonable comparison.
Why is that?
Because the armies are designed to do two different things, and these units serve two different purposes in those armies.
I would say these armies are closer than you imagine, right? They're both thought of as solid in the shooting phase, you know, and the Tau, if anything, the Tau should clearly be the better shooters, right? Because it's the only phase they have, whereas AdMech really do everything.
And they're not.
And so these guys, because maybe their guns are a little worse, not by much, and especially when you think you can have so many other buffs, and then these guys are just Shroud Summon in the open, and they hit on threes.
Yep.
Yeah, they're definitely better.
They're getting auras shooting against everything, regardless of marker lights, things like that. They're really great troops. The only reason that they see less play is because they got a bit more expensive, but they still remain one of the better troops in the game.
Yeah, and everything else in the book is great. And so you want to just take more of that stuff. But Fire Warriors are not good. You take them because they're troops, and you need troops to play the game.
Right.
But they're not good.
All right. Thanks, Jacob. I asked this question a lot, but how do you think a Silvertide list would do against both the lists being played today?
It would wreck the Eldar.
Yep.
It would wreck the Eldar.
Because you have low quantity, high quality.
Yeah, this is all like big tank killing things, right?
The Eldar would be in huge trouble. It wouldn't be like, you wouldn't be losing your stuff as fast, but there would be nothing you can do to stop the march.
I think the Dark Angels
could hang.
They can hang. I think they have the advantage.
Well, it depends on when we say Silvertide. It depends on what we're saying.
Probably like 60 to 80 warriors, and then you still have points to do other stuff.
I don't know. I can't say that they'll have the advantage. It depends if you built the kind of Silvertides that we sometimes build, where it's like you have your combat hammers that stay just behind. You've got your big walls that have the buffs. What would happen is they wouldn't get good efficiency killing warriors. The warriors have a lot of shots at low AP, which is a good way to get through these guys in general. And I think it would be a close game. How about we put it that way?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if I would say the Dark Angels have the advantage. I think both armies are really well suited.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
It would come down to the nuances of the rest of the Eldar list. Or not the Eldar, sorry. The rest of the Necron list.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And the nuances of play.
For sure.
Thanks, Colt. I'm telling you, Dark Angels are great because the Lion is coming. Also, this $5 is specifically for Brian to buy a Manta for the Apocalypse game.
I just ordered the Manta today. Our friend, I just talked to him today about the models I wanted to get from his collection to add to mine for the game. So yeah, we're gonna arrange. I'll probably go and pick it up in a couple weeks.
Most excellent.
Get the Manta in here. Maybe we'll do a preview of the armies when I've got them.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be great because it's gonna be. We'll get close-ups during the game, but it's gonna be such a morass of bodies and suits.
Yeah, so I decided that I think I'll just go with the one Manta.
Yeah.
And we could have put two on the table. There's a problem with that. They're huge, and literally we're gonna make the table bigger, but even if we make it 2 feet bigger or whatever, two Mantas don't. The camera, the top-down camera, literally cannot see any of the models underneath.
Right.
Because the Manta will be the entire table.
Yeah.
So one Manta is already gonna be a thing, and I hope you kill it quickly.
It's not easy.
I'm not gonna kill it, just so you have to keep moving it.
The thing is, it's not even. And the problem is, it has like a minimum move of 60, so it's like, ugh, jeez.
Oh, it's horrible. I would just hover it just immediately. I'll just fly off the table. Feel like it's done.
Yeah, it's done. I've flown it off.
You guys saw it.
But so I'm gonna move it up, and then it's gonna deep strike like 10,000 points out of it. It's like 4 tanks get out. Then there's guys in the tanks.
Right.
And then it has a rack of battle suits. and then it has 120 infantry. So
and I'm just letting you get out. I'm
Yeah.
just like, well, here they come. All right.
That's right.
Just like more tanks.
Exactly.
Cool.
It's great.
It's actually just an army parade occurring in
It's
front
a
of you.
yeah.
Like think about the logistics involved in
it's a-
unloading that thing.
It's a
And you're doing
Russian
it in
nesting,
a battle.
It's
No,
a
that-
Russian nesting doll in the sense that
Yeah.
like you have transports inside with guys inside.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's supposed to be like airdropping, but
It is. It is airdropping and everything flies out of
Well,
it.
that's traditionally a lot of the Tau deep strikes are manta drops.
They're manta
right?
drops. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
thanks. Monty, fair to say Craftworld Eldar have most disappointed expectations for 9th? Seemed most thought they would be mid, not bottom tier. If so, why? Thanks for great content.
So we said from the beginning they were going to be in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. They're in a bad spot.
they're in a bad spot.
But they're not bottom tier. They're lower middle tier.
Yes, exactly, and they're very restricted in their builds, right?
Yeah.
So they lost a lot of things that they're good at aren't as useful anymore.
Agreed.
A lot of their really, that basically is what it comes down to.
Totally.
So yeah, they're in a
They
tough
used
spot.
they used to love the meta whenever the game was about Death Stars.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh cool, Doom, Jinx,
Right.
and I'll take that.
They're
Your
so good
Death
at
Star.
taking them down. Yeah.
That's right. And they used to love the multiple minuses to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to love building their own Death Stars.
They used to love popping onto a point, reacting, being done with it, not having to stay on it.
That's right.
All these things were just the
Fall
perfect
back and
storm.
shoot was huge for them.
Yeah, fly was a huge
Yeah.
thing. So
They just
Yeah.
lost a lot.
it was not unexpected. They will need a redesign, not as much as the Tau, but yeah, for sure. So again, like I said earlier, you play it while it's like this, and eventually it'll come back around.
And the game, 50% of the factions in the game are Space Marines. So we see a lot of Space Marine games on the channel, just as we represent. If we represent every faction evenly, 50% of the games have Space Marines in them,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
So they can hang against a bunch of things
I
that
had
are
great
also
games
middle
against
tier.
Other,
But Space Marines is always going to be a challenge, as you point out, right?
Totally.
It's always a challenge.
Totally.
Thanks. Sketch Risk. Hey guys, what would be a strong and fluffy list for Raven Guard that works with Cave and Shrike being Warlord?
Shrike. So
What's his trait?
Shrike kind of wants to be up in the business.
He does.
Yeah.
He's an amazing.
So
He's reroll all failed charges within 6. Yeah.
yeah. So
I was gonna check his warlord trait.
I'm trying to think. Well, you want to add?
Vanguard Vets.
Yeah. What do you think? Vanguard Vets are a nice pair with him,
Yeah.
but he's Primaris. What's a good Primaris unit to pair with him?
Uh,
Something you want up there. Blade Guard Vets.
Aggressors.
Indominus.
Like, I don't like aggressors so much because they
Yeah.
are really pricey. Like
um,
you pay a lot
yeah.
more for them than you do for.
I just don't know if
Indominus
any
Vets.
Indominus that can like use his mobility.
Sure.
They're all just slow.
Blade Guard Vets are good. You start them off the board,
Yeah.
and they're durable enough
in
to
the
hang up
role
there.
of those aggressors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blade Guard Vets
Um,
instead of them.
Yeah. You could deep strike them too.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm all right. I'm here for it.
And then so I would build like a shooting component, a sniper component, and then this combat component. That's
Yeah.
how I'd build that army.
Yeah. A few snipers are still really great.
Yeah.
You always have to have the Corvidae bolt. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Come on.
You got to do it.
Come on. I'm just curious. He has the Shadow Master Warlord trait. No Overwatch against him. So yeah, he's perfect for soaking that Overwatch. Throw the Blade Guard in. Although, but once he's
cares?
made it in, then he doesn't give his reroll bonus
Yeah.
to charge.
I don't think I would take his warlord trait.
Well, that's why they're saying as Warlord,
Oh.
right? So that's why I was looking it up.
Fine. He could be your second warlord.
Yeah.
The apothecary is clearly in
I
charge.
want someone else to have that trait, if at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Adam. Death Guard versus White Scars, please.
We've done that
Well,
game. We did that
If
game.
you're not a member, that
Yeah.
was our last White Scars. Was on a Tuesday members only game. So
And we went to Candyland.
that was the
That
creation
was
of
Candyland, yeah.
Candyland.
Yeah, so
So-
that was a legendary game. Go check that
It
one
was really
out.
good.
It's one of our members only, but it's a great game.
Maybe Adam wants us to go back to Candyland.
It was a really, really, really close game.
Yeah, we both we both made one major miscalculation. So I started by making the mistake,
Yeah.
and it was like I made a huge mistake, which would have altered the game a ton.
Yeah.
And then you matched my mistake with like a very similar error,
I did. Yeah.
and then it evened back out
Yeah.
to give you like the advantage again. And then in the end, I think we miscounted the points. So
That's right. It was exciting. I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it.
It was a really cool game though.
It was a great game. So
We
definitely
made
check
a
it out.
great, cool board. Mortarian was on the table.
I know.
Great game. Great
Yeah.
game.
Thanks, Big Bomba. Still looking to get some play with my Centurions. What are your thoughts on giving the Sergeant special issue ammunition cache with 2 heavy bolters with Hurricane?
Can you do that? Oh, with the
You can give the Sergeant special issue. The
relic
Yep.
that you can grant from the
So
strat.
it'll become 2 damage, is what you're saying. Is that, or special issue? I see. No, because all their guns go to heavy 1.
There's a
what?
I don't know.
No, there's a relic that makes your bolt weapons special issue.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about the strat, not the strat.
Well, I assume you would need to use the strat to give it to a sergeant because sergeants can't take relics normally.
There's a quasi relic. The fake baby relics that you can put on sergeants. There's probably one for Deathwatch. I have the book right here.
But is that one of the relics you're allowed to put on a sergeant?
I doubt it is, but if it is, that's kind of cute. Like if you're looking for a reason to run Centurions. Before you guys say anything.
Well, and the thing is, they never used to be able to take Centurions in Deathwatch,
and they definitely wouldn't have gotten special ammo.
Yeah. Ever. So this is a new.
So it's on like the right hand side of the
relic
relics.
page.
Yeah. I was just looking at this actually.
Artificer bolt cache?
Maybe. No, we're looking for something that gives you special issue.
Yeah. It gives you special issue.
So then now look at the strat.
Now look at the strat to see that if you give it to Sergeant, is that one of the approved options? Because remember, we did the same thing with the Space Wolves, and they like called out specifically that you couldn't use the Wolf Tail Talisman.
This one is cool because you can do it on like the sniper captains and stuff like that. So then your flat 3 can be like +1 to wound or +1 damage.
+1 damage, yeah. Flat 4 damage is actually nice for a sniper because a lot of these small characters are 4 damage or 4 wounds, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What is it called?
It's going to be probably on...
No.
It's typically on the last page on the right-hand side.
Something of the chapter.
Special issue loadout is a strat?
No, we're not talking about we're talking about the strat to give relic to a sergeant.
Oh, maybe it's in requisition stratagems.
It is a requisition.
Sanction of the Black Vault?
Yeah.
Is this?
Or,
I don't know. Is this from the Space Marine
And you
book?
can give it. You can.
You can.
Okay. So it's a lot of things to put on this cute combo. But it's cool.
So all his bolt weapons get it, or just all the weapons get it?
Bolt weapons.
All bolt weapons.
So the heavy bolters and then hurricane bolters.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you can have them all +1 to wound or +1 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
It's cute.
I like it.
Cool. The dude's not core, so he's getting no rerolls. But it's a lot of shots.
Correct.
Okay, go do it.
And
it's a cute trick.
You spend 2 CP and make him Imperial Fist for a turn, and now you're exploding sixes. Yes.
Make him because I was gonna say you don't get super doctrine. It's just normal doctrine.
No,
so it doesn't matter. All right.
And then you pay 2 more.
Nope.
Moving on.
Thanks, Matthew. If you could steal any unit or character from one faction and play it in your faction, what would you do? Or who would it be?
Man, I would take Eradicators and put them in the Craftworld army.
Adrian, come.
How's that not your answer? That's your answer too, isn't it?
Eradicators in the Craftworld army, yeah. Or Eradicators in Tau.
In Tau.
I would put the Eradicator into a battle suit. Yeah, dude. And then the arms just poke out.
Eradicators with marker lights?
It's like a sleeveless battle suit. You know?
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in you two.
What were you going to say?
I don't know, like Deathwing Knights and Custodies?
That's like those
can I tell you a legitimate answer? I'm not trolling here. I would take pretty much all the Dark Angels units and allow me to play them as Chaos. I actually think that would be rad.
You can?
You can't.
You did that today, though.
Just did.
That's true. You could call them whatever you want, but I actually want that. I want to be able to pair actual Chaos book stuff with these guys and have them get the Chaos rules or Fallen rules or whatever.
Yeah.
They haven't fleshed that out enough, and it's such a cool opportunity.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Such an inflammatory comment, right?
No, I'm actually serious. I think it's fun. It'd be fun to do it from time to time. It would be fun to actually have here's one Dark Angel army against a Fallen Dark Angel army and actually get to play that game. Because they get all these cool buffs, or not buffs, they actually get a debuff against Fallen. They can't fall back if they're ever in combat with Fallen.
Really?
Ever. Yeah.
They're like, I don't trust you.
But it's like one of those cute things, you know? You never get to see it.
I know what Adrian would do. He would take Tau Commanders and put them in orcs.
Yes!
Green Tau.
Looted Tau Commanders.
Tau Commanders with more DACA.
Oh, that was more of just a green Tau joke.
Oh.
For when you fall back.
Well, that's just hurtful.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah.
Thanks, Jack. What changes to Craftworlds do you want? Preferably more detail than simple revamps.
More detail and simple revamps?
No, more detail than. So we can't just say rework the whole faction. What if we said rework the whole faction?
No, I don't think the whole faction needs reworked.
No.
Not necessarily. I like their trickery. I like the fact that they get the ability to still move fast, double move, fall back and shoot, fall back and charge, deep strike. All of that's right.
Yeah. It just needs to be adjusted to work in 9th edition. I literally, right before the game, I said to Bridger, I said, I miss playing Eldar. Like the way they're supposed to be played, because they already, in 8th edition, they lost some flavor, and then in 9th edition, they can't play the way that they want to play. Yeah. And so I would love, that trickery to come back, having ways of doing those extra moves and you know.
I want a wall of special text on every aspect warrior.
Yes.
So every aspect warrior unit needs to have a ton of abilities.
Right.
And their base stats need to be great. Like all of them need to have, all of the combat ones need to have high enough strength to wound a Space Marine on 3.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Right.
Okay. And they all need to have more than 1 damage.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like a Banshee should be 2 damage.
For sure.
I need that strength 5.
Yep.
A Striking Scorpion needs to be high strength.
Actually, you know what? With Banshees, I think instead of 2 damage, it should be like twice as many attacks. It's the same output.
That's fair.
But it feels wrong to me to have a Banshee be like, I am so strong and powerful.
It's not. It's a relic. It's just a really good blade. Like again, Blade Guard vets are just a normal sword.
I think of Banshees as attacking really fast, not really hard.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
As long as it ends out being similar, I'm okay with it.
And they need some like utility strats. So for example, the Banshees, 1 CP to do the whirling dervish of blade is -1 to wound or something.
Yeah.
Toughness 3, but something like that doesn't matter. Shining Spears. They are more and more we see in the game where there's this old mentality of like, oh, your unit's really bad by default, but in these circumstances they become good. Shining Spears, Strength 3. On the charge, they're really good, but they're trashed the rest of the time. And that's a design that goes away in modern books. In Space Marines, it's like, oh, you're good all the time,
good all the
and
time.
you just get better.
My army's better when you charge it.
Exactly.
Because I still get the +1 attack and +1
Yeah, so Shining Spears should be the same thing. Angry Charge, when you charge me, you're going to like land on my lances or something, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah, also, some of the characters, I actually like the Warlocks and I like the Farseers, although there's work that could be done to them. The Autarchs need to be way scarier.
Oh, for sure.
Autarchs should be like peerless warriors. Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly. And they're just not making it happen.
All the relics, you want to be sad, just look at that Craftworld Eldar relics compared to the Space Marine ones.
If you want to be really sad, look at the Tau relics.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god.
That's true.
So bad.
I apologize.
They're so bad.
Well, you just replace them now with your upgrades, so. Or is that warlord traits that they swap out?
No, it is actually relics. So
perfect.
So
you don't even need relics.
Right. Yeah. And the other thing is like utility. Like I think if units are going to be dedicated, like for example the Lynx, I keep looking at it. I'm like, yeah, it's great 6 shots, but it's just 6 shots. When I look at the Redemptor, it has all these shots and it fights and it's tough. And I think they need to find a way to balance that where like, if you are going to be specialized, you need to be like really good at what you're doing. And if you're going to be, just a way to sort of balance it against these other factions that are like, I'm just good at doing everything. Like,
Agreed.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I agree.
Thanks, Miko. Or no, I skipped one. Thanks
Miko.
Simsney. All right, good. I didn't skip any more. Thanks, Simsney. What's Adrian's paint commission schedule look like?
Oh, very busy, but always open. Because it's busy, you still want to hit me up so that you get in the queue.
Yeah, so if I hit you right now, when would I get? Like I want let's say I want 500 points or something. How long?
2021.
Yeah, so you got to book a few months in
It'll be a
advance.
couple months, a couple months basically.
Which is typical. Most painters who do it full time, take commissions. You're looking a few months out. Now, you could go to a studio and get it sooner, but you never know who you're going to get at the studio.
You never know who you get, and you actually don't always know the queue. Like there's definitely like a hierarchy and ordering and things like that. That's like you just don't know.
I only like working with painters that are individuals. Not that some of the companies don't do good work. I'm not trying to trash them or anything.
Totally.
But I like working with an individual because I like picking this person. Like I like your style for this commission, and it's like I know that your style blends with what I'm looking for. And then I don't have to give you any instructions. It's not like, hey, could you do it like this? It's like, do it like the way you do it.
Exactly.
And because that's what I want. I want an Adrian. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's perfect.
Yeah. And there's no room for misinterpretation.
That's right. And everyone walks away happy. The painter's happy, and you're happy. It's all good.
It's true. Yeah. So hit me up on Discord if you're interested. We'll chat more.
Thanks, Miko. Adrian, I am so sorry. I wish Brian luck. He did not need it at all. I will only wish you luck from now on.
Thank you. Yeah.
We should determine who at the start of a game requires luck, and then you wish all your luck that place.
That's right. The benediction of the luck.
That's right. The canticle.
Thanks, Shane. Do Harlequins match up well with Ravenwing?
Good question.
That could be a game. The Harlequins are still probably advantaged in this kind of matchup.
Yep.
Because if you have 2 armies that's fast, the faster army negates the other army's ability generally.
I think so, yeah. You're more distributed, which is an interesting difference.
Not in enough of a way for it to matter, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the
Harlequins are an amazing army, especially against Space Marines. They do great against Space Marines.
Yeah, they're great at hunting Space Marines for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd give them an advantage. It's a good match. It's not like this army loses to it.
No.
But I would definitely put the advantage squarely in their favor.
Yeah.
We've never put a matchup with them on the table where we felt that they were disadvantaged.
That's true.
Right? It's hard to build a disadvantage.
It's tough.
Like, what would be pure disadvantage? Probably, pure Terminators? Yeah. Not even? But
no, that's a tough matchup.
Because you bounce off them.
I bounce off them, and they have depends what kind of Terminators.
The funny thing is, you still have a ton of answers to it.
Yeah,
right.
I do.
So it's
and the thing is, yeah, if you were like, oh, it's gonna be Deathwing, right? You're like, oh man, transhuman. Literally doesn't matter.
Really doesn't matter
because they're just rerolling everything. It's like mid-level strength and stuff like that. But if it was a bunch of Stormbolters, like that's actually how you kill.
What about Necrons?
Necrons could be tough.
Necrons could be tough
because it's just you
just don't do enough to them.
You need lots of bodies.
Yeah.
It couldn't be elite Necrons.
Oh, the truth is though, your actual troop units would smash in those games.
Yeah, they get their 60 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually true.
That's really good.
Because that's how you kill Necrons.
That is true. So I don't know. They're
really great.
They're really, really good. We're hard pressed to ever put them at a disadvantage, and we try.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Space Marines. We're hard pressed to put them at a disadvantage,
right?
And we normally can't. Same with Harlequins.
And it's the same thing. Like eventually, I want to get more troops to try other builds.
Yeah.
But like that's a whole project in and of itself. So it's like, well, this is what we have, and it's like the best list. So
really good list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yuri. New Warhammer player this year. Thanks for the AOS game. Working on AOS Karajan Overlords.
Yeah, you are.
Are the clear stick bases strong enough for the boats, or do you have recommendations for something better?
Yes, I do. I recommend Magnet Baron, which is actually what I have. And they're just really thick. I have them for my my Venoms.
Yeah, right.
The Venoms don't really need it, but for the Karajan bases, it's horrible. So they're just like solid resin, like chunks basically. And the same, I have one of the Karajans converted to my my orc boat.
Yeah.
And I just built up the base. There's no flying part of it. It's just built completely solid up, and then the giant magnets, because those tiny stands just snap, and they also are like
wobbly.
They wobble, and like there's nothing that doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
This isn't your ironclad that's like, oh, watch out, bobblehead. So yeah.
What a great army. You're working on that army too.
I am, yeah. I'm trying to find time for it. I painted one guy. He's beautiful.
But yeah, we're going to be playing another AOS game in December, or maybe even, is it in November? It's very close to the end of the month.
It's weeks away.
It's like 2 weeks away. We're going to be playing another AOS game, which is going to be Stormcast Eternals against the Gloomspite Gids.
Yes, the Jaws
of Mork. An exciting army.
Can't wait.
Thanks, Ape of Justice. I only have Craftworld Eldar, and I'm feeling unable to try to build fun lists whilst having a good game. Even when my OPs don't build toon lists, I think that's opponents. What can I do?
I totally feel your pain. As I said, I'm like, I tried to stray from the path, and it's not easy. Because
that thing, you had a strong list, which is actually good.
Yeah.
But if you tried something different here.
Yeah.
And it was like, your power level fell off a cliff, right?
Yeah. A good recommendation.
They're in a real predicament.
They're in a tough place.
Like, we want to call that out. We understand your army's in a real predicament. Yeah. The most important thing you can do is probably ask your opponent to work even harder at downgrading their list.
Yeah, if you're trying to play a fun list that's like, assuming by what you're saying, something fun is maybe not as powerful, but it's what you prefer to play.
Yeah.
Let your opponent know that, because you're also downgrading your list by doing that, and so then that's totally fine. You guys can still have a great game of Warhammer.
I would even subtly give other advantages. Let the Eldar player pick the mission. Let the Eldar player pick the deployment.
That's true.
Like these are smallish things that are like randomized.
Exactly.
And it's not a big deal. They're normally randomized. You're just letting them pick something that's efficient and helps them a bit. Every army should be ready to play all missions, so the other person shouldn't feel like, oh, I didn't pick the mission. They're instantly going to win. Look for these little things. They all help a bit.
Yeah, especially if it's a game between two friends, you want to make sure it's a good game, right? So we do a similar thing here where we want to make sure there's no bad games that are just blowouts. Do blowouts happen in the wild all the time? Absolutely. Is that something you want to watch? No. It's like, when you're making a movie, you don't want to watch the movie about Joe Schmo. You want to watch the epic one.
Yeah.
So do those things. It's not like there's nothing weird about it. I think it's a really good way to kind of balance that. Make sure you play some good Warhammer.
That's what we try to do. Yeah.
Thanks, James. Is Iandan workable? If so, how would you build it?
I wish it was.
I don't think it is, but we will get some on the channel.
So stylish.
So cool. Scath Hatch got a little bit better.
Yeah.
Still pretty bad.
That's out of the two Eldar armies I want to own.
Yeah.
An all Wraith construct, Iandan is just behind the Samhain.
So cool.
Bike army. They're both so stylish looking. Yeah. Man, I wish I owned it.
It's rough. I would obviously max out on Wraith Lords. Maybe take some Wraith Seers now as well. I know that means another detachment. Wraith Blades in Wave Serpents.
Solid.
Still take your Fire Seers to buff them up.
Yep.
So that's the way I'd play it, and then don't go too heavy on like D-sites and stuff like that because they're like slow units with short range.
Exactly. At best, take a single unit, and you're going to need a transport for it,
or transport.
Yeah, both of those work.
Yeah.
Last one. Thanks, Corey. Hey guys, do you think GW missed an opportunity by not making the Forgeworld Demon Lords supreme commanders?
Yeah. I think every army deserves a supreme commander.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I understand why they didn't want to. It'd be pretty historic if they did, but it is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But they're interesting now.
I agree. I think you could make them supreme commanders, or you could make the big named one in the codex a supreme commander.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Oh, for sure. I would advocate that. They should have done that just out of the box. I don't know why they're like waiting for codexes, I guess, to distribute them.
That's Games Workshop's philosophy in general. Is they do as little as they can.
Yeah.
Until the
just
new
period.
book. That's when it comes to rules, they like to change as little as they can about the existing books, right? Like we've definitely seen that.
Yeah.
They don't love to go back, and let's be real. Like think about it at the economics of a company. Like that book shipped, they don't make money from that book anymore.
Yeah.
Like they have a staff of people internally. They want to work on the new stuff that they're going to be selling. That's just where their incentive is. That's what they do, you know?
Yeah, that's very true.
The fact that they go back and fact the game at all is a new thing that like costs them money, that they're like, people still had to have PowerPoint presentations about like, we should support the game. And they're like, we don't sell those facts, do we? And it's like, what if we did? And it's like, okay, we'll sell 1 fact a year.
Right.
You know what I
So
mean?
true.
Right? There were people who had to like compromise in meeting rooms about like, can we just give them the new points? Like, nah, we like selling books. It's so tough. True. It must be tough.
Yeah, no, it is tough, you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
That was the last one?
Yep.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining. What a cool game. We've got another great one on Saturday. And of course, we had a premium game this week. Anyone can go and watch that. Adrian was very generous, and he made that one available to everyone. But if you want to see more of those great Tuesday games, join our Titans Premium.
That's right.
Just hit the join button down beneath the video here. And you're going to get those great extra videos, Discord access, so much other good stuff.
Discord's completely open, but you'll get access to the voting sections. We're going to be voting on upcoming matches. We have just started some very special emojis featuring 3 of your favorite Titans.
That's right. We've got a new set. I actually got the first set of drawings back
from
the artist today.
Oh,
this is news to us.
Yeah, they haven't seen it yet. It's only the line drawings, not the full icons.
But still,
it's exciting.
Oh my gosh!
And so yeah, we've got new emojis on the way, which was one of the stretch goals.
That's amazing.
And excited to get them out too.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on this lovely Thursday evening, Friday morning. Hopefully, we'll see you guys very soon, Saturday on the tabletop.